Hello, you sons of bitches.
Hello.
Hello. It's my birthday today. Yeah. I forgot all about this
I know you did.
tonight. I thought I did this like, I don't know, 2 months ago. And I was like, I never really get to celebrate my birthday. I said, you know what, let me do a little birthday stream. And I forgot all fucking about it. Today was just terrible, man. This whole week's been terrible.
Yeah.
It's been a rough fucking week. Today I was doing whatever I could to get this damn job done so I can get home at a decent time. Well, that didn't work out. I didn't get home till like freaking 7 o'clock. So, yeah, whatever. So I forgot about this. I was like, until I called you and you reminded me. So I'm only an hour late tonight, guys. Not too bad. But you know what? Nighttime's better. I like it when it's late. It's better. People are more lively. You hear track trailers e-braking. I mean, great stuff.
Yeah, I forgot you got that highway behind you.
There was a bad fucking accident yesterday. I did whatever I could to get home. They closed down the highway. They closed down the road, Route 6. They closed down everything, man. It's terrible.
Damn.
What's up, Frank? What's up, JK? Ginger Stacker, Conscious, Joe, SGT, Old Man Jenkins, Tiger. Tiger, sorry about the delay, man, but I'm sending that out to you this week. I just had a family emergency early this week. Ain't many people in the chat, but I guess I'll fill you guys in. But had a little house fire. Not too much damage, but enough to stall stuff. But family's fine, dog's fine. We're good. So luckily, no valuables. Nothing really important. Like my medals or anything like that. But enough to have to redo the kitchen and parts of the living room and shit. So it's been a little delayed this week, but I'll get that out to you. So how was your day today, man?
It was Friday. We did the meeting thing, and I just had enough and went home. I went to the LCS, stopped over there. What's that?
You end up going to the LCS today?
Yeah, I went today. I threw a couple hundred at him, nothing big.
What'd you get?
Got 2 more Morgans that I was missing.
The 90s?
Yep.
What? How much they cost you?
No, one was an 82, one was a 95.
95 was pretty funny,
yeah,
right?
That's a tough one. Yep.
Yeah, you're really killing it, man.
Well, yeah, but there's no way to get all of them without paying a fortune.
Oh no, you're gonna hit roadblocks where you're gonna have to sit there and you really contemplate if you should buy that Morgan for the book or just wait it out.
Yeah, I picked up a 2-ounce Canadian. What the hell is it? Orca. I hadn't even seen that until today. I'll have to show it in the next video. It was a 2-ounce Canadian Orca. It was really nice. It's like an Incuse design.
Ginger, you hear what Ginger just said?
What?
A couple hundo, nothing big. Just threw a couple hundo, nothing big.
I usually spend a lot more. I'm holding back because I want to buy another 10-ounce. I want to buy a 10-ounce Germania.
I'll tell you something. When we were in Virginia, just in those few days there, you spent probably $500 in 2 days.
Yeah, mostly Morgans.
Mm-hmm. So you
I
filled up like 9 spaces.
I filled a lot of spots though on the Morgans. I filled up quite a few. Matter of fact, I don't think I bought. The The only bullion I bought was that limited edition Britannia that was slabbed.
Mm-hmm.
That key date Britannia.
Yeah, what was it, a 2000?
No, that was a vintage one. So I bought two. I got two Britannias that I needed.
Oh, yeah,
I
you
got it.
bought 2013, right?
Yeah, and then the alternate version, the 2011 alternate that goes for big bucks on the slab.
Yeah.
I got a good deal on that one.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, this week, well, I ordered that. Well, actually, JK pointed it out on the stream last weekend that he's seen RCM kilo bars on Monument Metals. But I think he mistaked Monument Metals for JM Bullion because I went to look on Monument Metals. He said there was RCM kilo bars for $8.15. I looked in Monument Metals, couldn't find it, and I was like, I just looked at a couple bullion dealers and I clicked on JM Bullion and they had it for $8.15. So I think he meant JM Bullion. So I bought that. So that's hitting the door. Well, I shipped it to you and you shipped it to me. That's hitting tomorrow.
Yep, you'll have that by tomorrow.
After that whole mishap last weekend, I really had to cut down this week on spending. So I just ended up buying another tube of Eagles.
Plus, we're getting ready to go into the expensive season
with
birthdays and Christmas and holidays and all this other crap.
I love this time of the year. So me, summer and fall, and then obviously I like, the holiday season too. But I love this time of the year, but at the same time I dread it because after my birthday, after today, it's money, 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 money. From literally, I have 2 birthdays in October. My wife's and my daughter's. Well, my daughter Ava and then my wife's. And then I guess you can count I guess you could pretty much say 3 because November 1st is the twins' birthday. That's 2 kids there.
Yep.
And then there's Christmas. And then after that, we have my son Blake's birthday in January. So from October to January, I have no break whatsoever. And then the best part is January comes around, January, February, March, tax time. So.
Oh, yeah, tax time. I love it. I freaking love it. How much can they suck me dry again this year?
I know.
Every freaking year, man, it kills me to write the check. I hate it.
I mean, I'm a business, so they really hammer me. But what I got going for me is that I can write off a lot of shit, so that helps. And then I got 4 young kids, so that also helps too. Like, say, okay, you owe us 25 grand this year. Well, they give like 4 grand per kid, so a lot of times I'll break even.
I haven't broken even. I've owed for the last 7 years.
Yeah, well, I got the kids, so that helps. But as soon as they're 18 years old, that changes.
Yeah.
But I got the kids, and then I write off fucking possibly everything I possibly can.
Well, you got to figure. I just dropped what? I just dropped $750 in the Challenger. I'm getting ready to spend $500 on the freaking Samsung refrigerator on Monday. Piece of shit. If anybody in the chat has a Samsung, anything other than phones, I feel for you. Samsung refrigerators are absolute shit.
Yeah.
They look great. They're expensive, but they break down. All kinds of problems.
Yeah, I just ordered all new appliances again.
Freaking $500 to replace this defroster switch.
It's crazy.
Well, locked up like a friggin' it just locked up like friggin' ice in winter. It's got a whole buildup of ice back where the fan assembly is, because the friggin' switch doesn't tell something about the switch not telling the defroster to kick in, so it doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Never again. Samsung, nothing, unless it's a phone, which I haven't even had. I've had nothing but iPhones for the last 8 years.
The Samsung, their whole idea when it comes to appliances is the looks.
Yeah, they look great.
They're worried about the looks, and they look great. They're one of the most beautiful appliances out there.
Oh, they
But
look fantastic.
the mechanics suck.
Well, they're absolute shit. And I'm so pissed off that I got talked into this one. Never again. I can promise you I'll be going GE, Whirlpool, something else. Amana, whatever. If that's even still a brand.
Yeah.
I just want
I
to throw
mean,
this one's only 4 years. It's like 2-3 years old. And I want to throw it out the friggin' door.
yeah.
And that's when the ice maker doesn't work. That's another one. Sometimes the ice maker will freeze up on you.
Well, knock on wood, I've never had a problem with my appliances. The ones, my Samsung that I got when I moved in. But I know when there is a problem, there's a problem, and you can't get the parts. It's impossible. Well, I mean, you can get it, but you're waiting forever, and they want an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
But now with the whole fire thing, I had to order all new appliances, and well, I went with the Samsung again.
Well,
The same
JK says
line.
he's never had a problem with his refrigerator. SGT says his washer screwed up at 3 months. I'm not
I'll tell
surprised,
you,
SGT.
so everything in my house is Samsung. The microwave, it's all the bespoke line.
Yeah, I got a
the
microwave too. The fuse is bad.
The microwave, the fridge, the washer, the stove, but the dishwasher and stove. But
Hey,
my
Eagle Steve, how you doing?
my washer and dryer, that's Whirlpool, man. And I'll tell you, those Whirlpool, they'll last forever. They're actually pretty good.
Yeah. Well, as soon as the Samsung shits the bed, I'm throwing it out, and I can't wait to get back to like Whirlpool or something.
Yeah.
I'm not putting another dollar in this 2-year-old fridge. I'm not doing it.
No.
Not one more dollar. Screws up again,
What's
it's
up,
out
Eagle
the door.
Steve? What's up, Eagle Steve? Joseph, can't wait until you shame those 1 ounce Britannias. That would be hella fun. Joe sent me a meme about Britannia coins. And it was
The milk,
funny.
the milkmaids. Milkmaids.
Yeah.
That's what they call them. Milkmaids from Britannia.
I'll see you later, Supreme. My Silver Journey, I'm going to send out your little swag pack. I just, been a little delayed this week, but I'll get that out to you. I know I promised it to you when we were down in Virginia, so I'll get that out to you eventually here.
I'm trying to think if I owe anybody anything. I got a couple of mails that I have to get out myself. I forgot all about them.
Well, I got to send out Florida Stacker's swag pack. I've never sent him anything on the 2 years I've been on YouTube. Oh, matter of fact, the 17th marked exactly 2 years I've been on YouTube. I didn't really kick off until November, so I really count. No, actually December. But if you want to be technical, my first video was posted on September 17th, 2021.
And what a doozy it was. What an amazing video. He didn't say a damn word.
I'll tell you something. That was
Stage
the
fright.
best first video on YouTube.
It's a real thing. Stage fright is a real thing.
Oh, shit.
Oh, like I told you, my first video, whenever I can't sleep, I'll watch that. I'm out in 5 minutes.
Dude, I was when I started YouTube, man, I was a shy motherfucker, dude. I didn't like how my voice sounded. I'd watch back the video. I'm like, yeah, fuck that. I'm just not gonna talk.
Journey says Bob came back to Silver Eagle. Said the vibe in the shop was totally different. Yeah, because it had to be. Anything would have been better than the day we were there. I wanted out of that place.
Yeah, that was disappointment.
That was terrible. Terrible experience at that coin shop. Terrible.
And the damn thing is, it was my favorite freaking local coin shop ever.
Well, maybe now that the guy's back at it.
They were competitive prices. They were very friendly. Customer service was great. But I'll tell you, this trip when we just went there, I walked out a total different opinion on the place.
I don't even remember buying anything from there.
Well, you bought
a
couple of Morgans.
Couple of Morgans?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He had the loose Morgans.
I only bought a tube of Mercs, and then I went back the next day and bought a tube, and then you bought me a tube of Mercs.
Yeah.
Since you're such a good friend of mine.
Well,
You're so nice.
I'm not. I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm just another
Hello,
YouTuber.
hello,
Does anybody remember that guy? Does anybody know who that is? He used to start every video with that.
hello,
Hello,
hello.
Evil Cowboy.
OC,
What's up, brother?
old man, tackle.
What's the OC Ultima?
Yeah,
OC Ultima. Anybody remember
remember
him?
that guy? I'll be shocked if anyone remembers him because a lot of people when we started there's not, JK was there. Some of these guys in the chat were there, but a lot of them are newer.
Yeah.
This is going back 2 years ago.
The guy loved making his videos. I kind of miss him.
Yeah, I mean,
He was into
obviously,
his knives and he was into his silver and
and
he
you could
was
tell he was slow or he had some type of disability, and
yeah, but
we
God
all
bless him. He was doing his thing. He was
yeah,
working his stuff.
we all accepted him. We all appreciate what he did. We all made friends with him, and then all of a sudden he just you know
Well, hopefully he's
disappeared.
okay. I'm hoping he's all
I hope
right.
so too. I hope he's okay. That'd be sad if But yeah, remember him?
I do.
Shit.
So many
Any
channels
news
back in
on
the day that I was watching. Some have gone. Some are still around. Some are gone.
Yeah, a lot of guys are gone, man. I mean, remember Vertical Stacker? He don't do anything anymore. Silver Forever doesn't really put out anything.
But he's still
Ragtag
gaining.
Stack,
He's gaining. Silver Forever is gaining 1,000 subs
which
a month. It seems like he hasn't
which
put out a video in forever.
I have no idea how he does it.
I don't know how that works, but he's up to like 29,000.
I miss Aloha too.
Yeah, Aloha's been gone a minute.
Yeah. Anna T doesn't put out as much as she used to either. A lot of people,
Yeah.
man, that kind of just disappeared and got off. I know. Listen, life gets in the way. Things happen. People go through. It is what it is. YouTube's not everything. I mean, it's just YouTube.
And you've noticed that I've cut down on my videos. I'm not as prolific as I was. I just cut them down. A, it's time consuming. B, I don't know. I'm having fun doing it. It's just when it becomes work, it's not as much fun. When you're struggling for ideas, I don't want to put something out just to put something out.
No, exactly. I mean,
So
dude,
I'm
I've been
having a
running
hard
out of
time coming
ideas.
up with stuff.
And I mean, that happens. I mean, it's just like an author when you're writing a book and then you get, writer's block, or you're thinking about something, it's on the tip of your tongue, but you can't push it out. I mean, it happens. We're
Yeah.
content creators and in a very small community with many channels, and there's only so much we can talk about without rerouting back and doing a whole, circle. So you try to switch it up, change it up, and do some research, talk about different topics. But
Yeah.
I'm with you, man. The last month, I've kind of been out of ideas. Nothing's really been going on in the silver and gold market. Any really real updates. So what I've been doing is just, all right, this is what I picked up today. As you guys can see, like the last 10 videos, it was
Well, I mean,
buying
my
Eagle.
Thursday video was the Bulldog Pour. I find a lot of people were asking to see it, and I finally posted it. But it was like, we
What I
know
tell you,
pour
man.
videos, we know they don't do well, and this one, surprisingly, this one's hit almost 400 views. Which
That's what I'm saying. I told you, watch it hit 300 to 400 at most. No
I'm
more than
surprised it
5,
hit 400. I'm surprised. I
which is
wasn't
pretty
expecting
damn
that.
good for a poured video.
It is because nobody watches pour videos.
Now, if that was a porn video, shit.
Hey, now, not that kind of porn.
Silver porn.
Yeah, there you go. Ladies of silver.
Where's these saggy tits? I thought they were coming around. I haven't seen them yet.
Who?
These triple P and coins.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about. I haven't really followed that whole saga.
Oh shit.
Thomas says weekly 15-minute videos are probably ideal. What else haven't we
Yeah,
talked about? That's true. It's like everybody is covering everything, and
I'm
unless you
saying,
have something really hot, really specific, there's almost no point in cutting a video anymore. And I never go 15 minutes. That's a rarity. I try to keep
yeah,
them under 10.
exactly. I mean, I try to keep my videos in between, 6 to 10 minutes.
Uh-huh.
If it's a longer video, it usually goes up no more, no more than like 13, 14 minutes.
Nichols says Sal repeats videos. He does get a little repetitive. Yankee is definitely
Oh,
he's
Yankee.
Silver
I don't know what.
Dragon's been known to dig old stuff up and recycle it.
I mean, we all do. We all do. Like I said, there's only so much we can do. You could say, all right, the best silver coin. And then next year comes around, best silver coin. You know,
Yeah.
uh, it's,
And I'm
and
and I'm
people get,
cognizant. I'm actually cognizant of that, and I try not to repeat myself.
yeah. I
But
try not to either, but, I mean, you can title a video so many different ways and it just ends up on the same subject, too.
mm-hmm.
I mean, in reality, there's not much to talk about in the gold and silver community, So
No.
and when you have 50 channels on YouTube putting out stuff, the big thing is just trying to be original, trying to be yourself. That's what separates everyone. You can all talk about the same topic, but how Yankee explains it to how Sal explains it to how you explain it or how I explain it, it's different takes, different opinions, different thought
Well,
process.
let's face reality. Yankee lives on Tim videos. Tim
Oh,
carries
that's
that channel.
dude. Tim, if it wasn't for Tim, and no offense against Yankee, but if it wasn't for Tim, Yankee wouldn't be where he is today with his channel.
No, they benefited each other. That's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But
It
I
was
think Tim,
definitely it was definitely a symbiotic relationship.
yeah. But
They
Tim
both
really,
were good. They both were good for each other. I mean, it worked out for them.
oh yeah, oh, it did definitely worked out. It definitely worked out. I like Tim. He's a
Tim's
little
pretty.
cuckoo at times.
He's pretty knowledgeable. He's a little bit conspiracy, but aren't we all in a way?
Oh, I'm big into conspiracies, but no, he's a nice guy.
Shell Bean says, "Are you going to give anything away? Y'all don't want to win something. Who's giving something away?"
My birthday. Y'all should be giving me something. Shit.
Yeah. I'll give you some advice. Don't run in a thunderstorm and lightning with a friggin' umbrella.
Yeah, I'm giving something away.
Be a moving target.
I'll be like Yankee. For every $100 super chat, I will give away
A half
some
ounce of
silver.
generic silver. So give me a super chat of 400 and you get a half ounce of silver.
No, I think it's every $100 it gives out an ounce.
Oh, nice. Ooh.
It's a good deal, right?
Yeah, it's
Especially
sponsored
when there's 400 people in the chat.
coming at you from SD Bullion.
Especially when there's 400 people in the chat.
I can't knock the
Chances
guy.
are high.
You know what? He put his time in. His channel's up and running. He's making money off of it. He doesn't have to be what was he, a postman or something? What was he working?
He was some, I don't know. I think he was like in some type of tech or
Whatever he was doing, he doesn't have to do it anymore.
some
So you know
office
what?
job or something.
I can't hate the game.
Good for him.
He did what he had to
You
do.
can't knock another man's hustle.
Nope.
Can't knock
Nope.
another man's hustle. I don't care if you shoveled shit to make millions or, if whatever you do. I mean,
Yep.
I'm a hustler. I do whatever I can to make money. And when it comes to business, you got to be that type. You got to hustle. You got to, not really play dirty, even though business is kind of dirty, but, it's that typical business is business.
Well, it's the same
You know what
thing
I
with
mean?
Dragons.
We're,
Dragons put in his
you know, like,
time. Dragon bided his time, and he put in the effort, and he is where he is. That's You can't hate the guy's game. I mean, we're smaller channels. It's the reality of it. We're always going to be smaller channels, and frankly, I'm fine with that. I'm not expecting to hit 10,000.
no. I mean, like I said, good for them. I'm happy
Yep.
for him. I really
Yep.
am. And
Absolutely.
he's a smart businessman. I mean, just like
Now, I
Empire
mean,
Precious Metals.
it helps when you're sponsored by SD Bullion, but they worked up to that point. So
Yeah. Now, listen, is there things I disagree with some of these channels?
of course,
Um, yeah.
we all disagree with everything.
There's a lot of things that I disagree with on how they do it, but at the same time, that's their life. That's how they want to do it. That's how they want to do it. I have no room to talk. I have no room to say anything. And I'm not going to knock the guy or anyone if they're making good money. Good for them.
Yeah.
But
I don't mind being a small channel. I'm good with it.
Listen, I'm just going to plug away and see where I get. And if I stay where I am, or if I'm at 10,000 next year, either way, I'm not changing. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate how far I get. Shit, I didn't. Right where I'm at now is a milestone, dude. I never thought I would get to almost 4,000 subscribers within 2 years.
Yeah, you and me both. Matter of fact, I remember when the first subscriber hit, I was like, really?
Yeah.
Somebody actually subscribed to this? I was like,
Last
okay,
year,
wow.
exactly a year ago, me and you did a live stream celebrating our 1,000 subscribers.
Yep.
It was in September of 2022. We celebrated our 1,000 subscribers. And within this year, we've doubled. We actually tripled. We gained almost 3,000 subscribers just this year.
Yeah,
And the
it's
year's
been
not even up.
crazy. It's been crazy.
Yeah. So we're growing pretty good. But listen, I do it because I enjoy the people in this community. Well, most of them, anyways. And I do it because it's fun and I get to make friends. And, some of these people, like you, for example, I'm closer to you than some of my family. I met a lot of great people. It's fun to talk to people. It's fun to, we can all talk about what we enjoy. I mean, where else can you go and talk about gold and silver? There's not many people that know about it or even want to hear about it.
Yep.
I mean,
And even down to the negative commenters, which I love playing with. I told you about that one guy that was just going through all the comments on my videos, and he was just nitpicking everybody that commented. He was just going after him for little crap. And finally, I just called him out. I said, "Dude, why are you here? You've had nothing positive to say. You've contributed nothing but angst to everybody else. Just go away. Just unsubscribe and leave. You have no point being here."
exactly. Like, dude, and the bigger you get, the more bullshit you get.
Oh, of course, you're gonna get all kinds. Everybody, and I'm all
No,
right. I can take a criticism. I don't care.
exactly, dude. And you know what? Back in the day when I started, it's just funny how things change. But I remember I would get negative comments just from assholes, from anything stupid to like, "Oh, why are you touching your silver like that?" Or just stupid shit.
Because
Or
I
you got
friggin'
something
own
on,
it. It's mine.
or you got something on your fingernail. Just stupid shit. And I would be like, or simple, "Oh, your videos suck," or "You're terrible." Just stupid shit. And I'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry you feel that way." Hopefully I
Nah,
gained.
I don't do that anymore.
Well, I used to. I'd be like, hopefully I gained. On the next video, I'll do better, and I gain your watch time or whatever, and your subscribe and your views. But now, dude, I get negative comments. Either I ignore them, or I just come back with something so fucking petty, like something so childish, like
Yeah, you bust out
one
the
guy.
mom jokes.
Oh, dude, all the time, man.
Your mom, dude. Your mom.
The one guy's like, because in one of the latest videos I did, actually when I came back from this weekend, I just told, I didn't go into details, and you can even see the video. I said, I came back from Amish country, enjoyed a nice little weekend at, Pennsylvania with the family. And unfortunately, there was a mishap, family emergency. I don't want to go much into details, and then went on to the video. And this guy comments, says, "Oh, your title and what you talk about didn't match. No one wants to hear about your personal problems." I said,
Yeah,
"Your mom
there's
was
no
all ears."
there's no sense in that.
I responded. I said, "That's funny. Your mom was all ears last night." You know, and dude, you got a grown man telling you that. What are you gonna respond back? Like, what are you gonna say? You know what I mean? That's something you expect from like a kindergartner or some kid, right? What are you gonna say when someone, you know what I mean? Like, so that's why I do it,
Yeah,
man.
I was just looking through the chat. Oceans is here. What's up, Oceans? Spokane, what's up, buddy? Craig, Nickel, we already said hello. We got Joseph Lopez, JK,
What's up,
HVAC
guys?
Residential Basics.
What's up, Thomas? Craig, JK, Silver Oceans, Nickel Stacking. A lot of great people in the chat today. 28 people so far.
Yeah, a lot of people checked in to say hey to your birthday.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
They were all waiting for you about an hour ago.
I know. I forgot all about it, man. Patriot Prospecting and Outdoors. I try my best to support. I try my best to support the smaller channels. YouTube is for everyone, not just the huge channels. Exactly, bro. I appreciate you watching and taking your time, man. HVAC Residential. What's up, HVAC? How you doing? I'm
Tinfoil.
criticized for... What happened?
SGT says somebody calls people tinfoil kooks when they disagree with them.
At least you don't call everyone the fail nook.
Tinfoil kook.
Oh, tinfoil. Oh, I didn't see that. Tinfoil cool. Morning. You ran into an asshole. You run into the asshole all day. That makes you the asshole. I like what you said. When people start, you just say get bent.
Get bent. People have to think about it. Like, what does that mean? Get bent. Think about it for a minute, you idiot. Get bent.
Yeah, man. And then there was this one other comment, and I got a kick out of it because this guy is persistent, dude. Like every video, he comments just to make a smart ass remark or just say something dumb or mean or something just fucked up. So I always give it back to him. This one, you know, listen, I'm open, I'm honest. You know, I don't want to spend the fucking money because in New York I got to spend $1,000 more, and that's what I usually do. But say if I just want a tube of Eagles, I just want to spend $600 or $5 and change. I don't want to spend $1,000 because spending $1,000 every week or more gets expensive sometimes.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, anywhere from $4,000 to $6,000 a month on metals. That's a lot of money. So there's some times that I just got to say, you know what, let me just buy a tube. $600. Even $600 is a lot of money. But when I do that, I ship it to good friends out of state, and they ship it to me, just so I can, not pay taxes all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? On metals. I mean, in New York is like there's a few states that charge sale tax on metals. But listen, I pay enough fucking taxes. And if I want to ship a fucking something out of state to a state that doesn't charge tax and have them ship it to me, so fucking what? And this guy commented, he says, "Oh yeah, tell the whole world you don't pay taxes." I'm like, you stupid fuck, man. Yeah.
SGT, what channel did you get banned for? I didn't even know we could ban anybody.
Yeah. Haven't you know? We gotten banned from a couple channels.
No, we got blocked.
Oh,
Or not
yeah.
blocked, but dropped.
Blocked,
I don't know how
banned,
that
whatever.
works. That was Fish when he was just on his righteous warpath.
Yeah, where's he now?
I haven't heard anything about Fish.
He back on YouTube?
Don't know.
Man, that was weird how that all went down. Out of nowhere. But whatever.
I think AG nuked his channel, AG76. He
I
nuked
want to
his
know what
channel.
happened with that, man.
He's supposedly coming back at some point.
Yeah, but that was so weird. AG became a big part of this community, and he started around when we started, and then he was lacking for a while, and then eventually he built up on views and subs, and he was able to monetize, and he was doing really good, and then now he's like, I'm hearing, you told me, and a few people in the community heard about it, and I guess he nuked his channel.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened with AG.
Yeah, and then I heard something today. I didn't watch the video, but it looks like Poor Man Gold's deleting his channel.
Is he?
Yeah, I seen the video. He said goodbye YouTube or some shit. I mean, that could mean anything, I guess, but I didn't watch it. But I'm assuming that he's getting off YouTube. I don't know.
SGT, I know the channel you're talking about. I can't think of his name. I know who you're talking about. But I didn't think we could ban anybody.
There's 2 channels in England that I know about. There's Backyard Bullion, which is a big channel, and he does a lot of pours and stuff. And then there's that new channel, 365 Silver, that is killing it in subscribers and views. He's killing it, dude.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. Some people just they catch fire on YouTube.
Oh yeah, he definitely caught fire.
My channel's more of a slow burn.
Yes and no. I mean, I think our channels, you got to think all the channels that started off when we started 2 years ago. We're pretty much ahead of those, the channels that started with us. We're ahead of them. But then you have some of the newer channels that came out, and they really blew up.
Well, there's a lot more cross. What's the word I'm thinking of? Cross promoting than there was when we started. A lot of channels that they're doing more call outs and saying, "Hey, go visit this channel" and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
We were basically word of mouth when it just started off. It's like, oh, hey, check this guy out.
Mhm. Yeah, starting off, International Stacker and Savage Stacker really helped me out in the beginning. They gave me the boost I needed because I started in September and I was like getting nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like my channel was on the sidelines, like it wasn't moving at all. I was getting like 10 views in videos. And listen, shit, I didn't talk in the fucking video, so. But I was emailing Savage, International Stacker, and they were nice enough to shout me out. And from there on, I think they've got me up to like 300 subs, and then from there on, I busted my ass.
Yeah, I think the first one they gave me a shout out was Triple P. So that kind of helped. That helped out a lot. M2 Trident, he was there from the beginning for me, so I'm always going to be appreciative of him. You were at right after Triple P. You started coming around.
Yeah.
And I remember. I mean, I remember the ones that were there at the beginning with me.
Yeah, exactly. I love your channel, man. You put out some good stuff.
I try. It doesn't always succeed, but I try.
Yeah. The editing you do and the clips and the music, and it's fun. And then, not the most important thing, you learn something every time you watch a video of yours.
Yeah, somebody emailed me. They liked my movie trailer at the beginning of the Poor video.
My next video, I got a little clip I took from somewhere. You guys will like that. I'm gonna add that to my next video. I might get a channel strike or an unlisted video or something because it's not exactly PG.
Yeah. Craig says, "Do not try to contrast or compare yourself to others. Just do your best. That's all you can do." Agreed. And I don't think I follow anybody in particular like that. I think my channel pretty much runs independent. I don't really, I'm not trying to copy anybody, do whatever. Everything you see for me is pretty much, it
Oh,
came from my head.
that reminds me. I had a comment about a month back. Supposedly, I'm copying Yankee.
I saw that. The music, the name, and everything. Yeah, you
Oh
you
yeah.
you
I said,
plagiarist.
okay. I said, how do you get patriotic and Yankee?
I don't
Two
know.
totally different words. Two different. Two different words. Two different letters. I mean, Yankee. I guess kind of patriotic. That's what they called our guys back in the day. Our
Uh-huh.
Revolutionary War. Yankees or the Southerners called the Union Yankees. I mean, we still Yankees just a Northerner, right? Patriotic means you're patriotic. You love America or whatever. Total different thing. The song, he's got kind of that. I can see that a little bit. He's kind of got that like Revolutionary War song and stuff, like marching band. A little, whatever the hell it is. And I don't know if you guys, whoever's been watching my channel long enough, for the longest time, for like the first year, the song I had for my intro was "Pills I Took" by Hank Williams III. But when I had my new intro made by Flatline Racer, it was he must have enhanced the audio, and I got a copy strike. And it was funny because I never got a copy strike before. All the videos I used with that song, but I think once he enhanced the audio, maybe YouTube picked it up. So I had to change it. And then Flatline was picking out songs, and obviously they were non-copyright songs. And I didn't like any of them. So I was like I looked up patriotic music, and I found this song that they played, you know, during I think it was like the War of 1812 or Civil War or whatever. And I was like, that sounds pretty cool, and I've been using that ever since.
Yeah.
But
Homestead Aquarius had a good point. He said, if you look good in a bikini, you don't have to worry about many factors for channel growth. Amen to that. Holy crap.
what do you
I've
say?
seen some of the. He said, if you look good in a bikini, you don't have to worry about many factors for channel growth. I've seen some where women were just wearing next to nothing and getting millions of views and not even doing anything, talking about their day. Oh, for breakfast I had a zucchini, million views. I mean, let's face it, that sells. That's what sells. We're just a silver community. We're not the same oomph.
That's exactly what TikTok's all about.
I hate TikTok. I don't have the app on anything. I'm not downloading it. I
Dude,
want nothing to do with TikTok.
it's just a bunch of attractive girls dancing, and I mean that's fun to watch
Yeah,
and all.
but they're making bank, dude. They're making bank
Dude,
doing that
hell
stuff.
yeah! But you notice, dude, even on Instagram, even on TikTok, you'll see these girls, models or just whatever, good-looking girls. That's how they get people looking at their shit. They see a girl in a bikini or
Yeah, she's in the
dancing.
thumbnail. She's wearing a bikini.
Yeah,
That
and
alone,
then
the
you go,
thumbnail alone is going to get you views.
yeah, but this is their real money maker here. So you'll go on their little profile, you'll click on it, and there's a link,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a link to their YouTube and their TikTok and their website or their affiliate links, and then bam, there's a link to their OnlyFans, and that's it, man. I mean, you got a bunch of fucking perverted dudes that probably ain't getting it from their wife, and they're scrolling down Instagram and they're seeing these hot girls or TikTok. They click on their link and they pay the money to see them getting, bent.
I want nothing to do. I want nothing to do with TikTok. I don't want it on anything I own. Phone, laptop, nothing.
I mean,
I don't.
dude, it's a
No way.
shame, but literally, if you ever go on TikTok, or your wife's on TikTok, whatever, and you guys just scroll through the feed, even on Instagram, and you'll see these videos of these hot girls, and they're all makeup and all dolled up, right? A lot of it's probably photoshopped too. And I guarantee you, and I'm telling you, these girls are freshly out of high school, legal, um, college. They're all up to fucking middle-aged women, right? I guarantee a good 90% of them on Instagram and TikTok all have an OnlyFans account.
Well, think
I
about it.
mean,
There's one teenage dude that Jen's actually showed me, my wife, and this kid is making bank by doing makeup. He does makeup on himself, and
oh, dude,
he's making thousands every month
it's
by
crazy,
doing
man.
TikTok videos of him doing his makeup. I'm like, oh, geez.
You
And
know,
all the women
it's
will
just,
tell you he's really good at it. He does a great job on his makeup. I'm like, yeah, great. That's awesome.
I mean, like, dude, it makes me worried about my girls, my daughters. Like, if it's so fucked up now, like, these women today, they're the first ones to say that men are pigs, men are gross, men, we're independent, we can live without men, blah, blah, blah. But yet, they all dress slutty, they all have, an OnlyFans account. And what's that make them? I mean, men are this, men are that, men are this, but men are the ones that are paying your ass.
Yeah, you're scoring off their perversion. So
Exactly.
it is what it is.
And it's when my daughter, if this is how crazy it is now, when my daughters are of age, like that scares the fuck out of me.
I've had to talk to my daughter about stuff like she was posting pictures, and I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't put that on there. I just wouldn't. Well, it's just hair and makeup and everything. I said, yeah, but you know what? Do your thing, but just be careful.
Yeah. I mean, listen, a woman should be proud, of her body and, you know, look at her body as like a sanctuary rather than pouring it out and sharing it with everybody. And, and just,
Fortunately, that sanctuary equates to dollars if they do it the right way.
oh, yeah, but I'm
They
just
don't
saying,
even they don't have to do a single thing but record themselves.
these girls say that I don't know, I'm thinking of the word, but it's not, should
Yeah.
be proud. You know what I mean? Not show yourself to everybody. You get what I'm saying? I mean, listen,
See, here's the problem though.
I love seeing it. I love watching it. But
One thing you're forgetting one big factor though. The attention factor is sometimes more than the money factor. They love the attention. It's like some kind of it fulfills some kind of friggin' subconscious need, that attention. They love the attention. Some people love attention.
all I'm gonna do, man, I'll teach my daughters. Listen, you find yourself a good man that appreciates you and supports you, and don't go, and fucking whore yourself out and act like a tramp. You should be proud of yourself and confident, not be dirty. You know what I mean? Like, dude, if I found out my daughters were doing shit like that, I'd whip their fucking ass.
Yeah. Shelby, and what was it you were saying? I must have missed something. Said we didn't pay attention to her or shut him. I must have missed something in the chat where that was passed on. Something from Shelby.
Well, what'd she say?
Well, I don't know. I missed it. I'm kind of bouncing. I'm on my phone. I'm bouncing back and forth between chat and main.
This generation's so fucked up today, man.
It is what it is.
It makes me fucking worry for my kids.
I mean, is it the generation or is it the parenting is it the parents that raised them?
Well, the parents that raised them were the very parents that the old timer boomers raised. You know what I mean? So the kids today are, the parents are with Gen Xers.
Yeah. Oh, SGT
1960s.
says Shelby wanted to give away a Morgan for your birthday. Oh, I'm sorry we missed that.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I'm sorry about that. If you're still here, Shelby, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that.
Sometimes the
Yeah,
chat flies, and I gotta catch up with it.
you throw a number in the chat, and lucky winner can snag that Morgan.
Oh, gave away an ounce of silver for your birthday. I must have missed it.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that either. You know me, man. I'm terrible at fucking reading the chat.
Well, you and Patriotic both, or Triple P.
Two of us now.
Yeah, double Patriotic and Triple P.
I'm fucking suing. Someone's taking my shit.
There was a Patriot stacker. He's long gone though.
That was my channel name for like the first week
Patriot stacker.
until I
Yeah,
found out there was a Patriot stacker. And
I
that's
don't think
another channel that's kind of,
he just died out. He,
you
he
know,
changed over his content to something different, and it just didn't work.
dude. And I love this stuff, man. And when I first started watching Patriot, when I started, man, he had some good stuff.
Oh,
He did
Joseph
some great
Lopez
videos.
won the Morgan giveaway from Shelby. Thanks for doing that.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that. That's awesome.
Sorry we missed that. Sometimes we get to rambling, and I try to stick up with the chat. I try to stick with it, but sometimes I miss a few.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's right. SGT nailed it. He does comics now. That's right.
Comic.
Yeah, he went from silver and gold to comics.
On his channel?
Yeah, just completely changed the content.
Did he change his name too, or?
I don't know. It was still Patriotic, Patriot Stacker last time I checked.
Huh.
Patriot Comics, apparently.
There's a lot of people in our community that's big into comics. I mean, like Empire Precious Metals, Stormy. He's got a big comic book collection and likes all that stuff.
I was never really into comics, but I do like vintage Star Wars cards. I've collected them all, like from the 70s on up.
I was never big into comics
I
either.
grew up with Star Wars and all that. That was my childhood.
Yeah. My thing when I was a kid was, Hot Wheels, Matchbox.
Of course, I was in a Hot Wheels. I wrote books on
them. Plastic soldiers, GI Joes.
Oh yeah, the Army men. Yeah.
Fuller.
Yeah, I've had Hot Wheels since I was a kid. Probably people in the chat don't know that I do write books on them. But as a kid, the cars that I played with, and Chris, you already know this story, but the cars that I played with were designed by one guy in the late 70s, early 80s, and all the Hot Wheels I played with were designed by Larry Wood. And I actually got to meet him a couple of years ago. It was an amazing thing to meet the guy that kind of fueled your childhood and made you a car nut. This guy turned me into a car nut, basically. I love cars to this day, but now I just like the big ones.
Yeah.
But what an amazing experience to go to California, go to Monterey, and meet the guy that basically fueled your childhood. It was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, every boy had Matchbox cars and Hot Wheels. I mean, that was the toy for us, kids, us boys, And I just wish I kept all of them. I don't.
Yeah, my parents threw out all my stuff. I was so pissed.
Yeah, I don't have. My parents gave stuff away. I got
older.
They
gave all my crap away. All of it.
Their friends had a kid, and they're like, "Oh, my son has a bunch of toys. We give them to you. Just everything was parted out, man. And whatever shit I had left, I would blow up or destroy or break."
Yeah.
Dude,
Nickel says, remember Matchbox from England? I do. And I actually collected a bunch of the 50s, like the early 50s Matchboxes. They're so archaic, but they're so cool. They're a part of history. You have to remember, Matchbox was they were the best-selling die-cast car up until 1968 when Hot Wheels just blew them out of the water.
Yeah, well, because the thing with Hot Wheels is that they did a wider body.
Did. The thing about Hot Wheels was you got to remember the old school Matchbox. They were drab. They were pedestrian models that no kid really wanted. Here comes Hot Wheels with bright paint, fast cars. These things rolled like they were on glass, And the biggest thing is they were muscle cars, California customs, muscle cars. This is the stuff kids wanted. They didn't want a Citroen from England, merry old England. They wanted a
I
Barracuda.
also
They wanted a Dodge Charger, and that's what Hot Wheels gave them.
I read up. Well, no, I didn't read up. I watched a video too about Hot Wheels and Matchbox, and they said a big thing too is that Hot Wheels um, had a frame and the tires worked differently and they were wider so they could go in a straight line. When the
Well, it wasn't
Matchbox
so much the
cars, they were
straight
kind of
line, but what it was is they took a thin guitar, like it was almost like a guitar string, and they made that the axle. And then the plastic wheels had little ridges on them. So the ridge was the only thing touching the surface. Now, if you think about that, with the friction cut down, those things are going to haul ass.
oh yeah.
And they absolutely, I mean, they just blew Matchbox out of the water. It was
Yeah.
incredible.
I mean,
That was before my time. I missed out on all that good stuff. I didn't really get into Hot Wheels until like late 70s, early 80s when I was a kid.
I wish I had all mine. I can imagine how many treasure hunts I had and I never even knew it.
You never know. I've still got red lines. You know, I've bought all the red lines, you know, the old ones, but I didn't, they're not from my childhood. I had to go back and buy all of them, which
Even
sucks
too, like
because I'm buying stuff that I already had.
I had old wrestlers too from the Attitude Era because that's when I grew up. You know, late '90s. And those wrestlers today, man, you go look them up, the Jack Pacific ones, before they had Mattel start making them. They're going for like some of those sets. They're going for big freaking money.
Oh yeah. Hey, Craig, it's funny you say that about the beach bomb. I actually, when I was out in California, we went to San Francisco and then drove down to Monterey for this little Hot Wheels function with Larry Wood, and there was the owner of the rarest Hot Wheel in the world, the Pink Beach Bomb, was there. He's a friend of mine, and he was there at the show. And I've actually got pictures of me holding it. It's the same one that was on Pawn Stars, and he bought it back in the day for $72,000. It's now worth a couple 100,000, 175, 200,000. But I got to hold that Pink Beach Bomb. It's like one of two in the world.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was great. No, I don't have the white. I don't have the white enamel. That's about a $2,800 car. That was a prototype.
I'm just happy I got your book hardcover signed. I'm just happy I got your book hardcover signed, and then I bought that card that's on your cover.
Yep.
That treasure hunt that was on your cover.
Yep. Yeah, I couldn't cover all Hot Wheels. I just covered the treasure hunts. That's all it goes from 95 to present.
You're pretty big in the Hot Wheels community.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is awesome.
Oh yeah, nickel stacking. If I dropped it, I would have owed a hell of a lot more than 50,000, buddy. Oh, 50,000 isn't even scratching the surface. He bought that back in the late 90s off of another guy for $72,000. And the guy that sold it to him, well, yeah, and then I was holding it, but now it's worth like $175 or $175,000, $200,000. But the guy that he bought it from used that $72,000 and bought a Viper. He bought a real Hot Wheel.
Yeah.
You imagine that you buy it, you sell a Hot Wheel, you get a Viper.
I don't know. I think I think I would go with a brand new Viper sports car over a Hot Wheel.
Yeah, but think about it. Had he held on to it for another couple of decades, it would have gone up about 150.
Oh, he would have been able to got two of those.
You'd have got two Vipers.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the mistake you made. Live and learn, I guess.
It's the same thing. You know, selling silver, selling you gold. It's all about timing.
Yeah, certain things can be, gold and silver we'll never lose on, but there's other things that you might never thought been worth money, and they quadrupled. Like some things made people, a lot of things made people millionaires. Like, for example, when I started playing guitar when I was 12 years old, I had a guitar teacher named Don Krantz. He was in a band in the 60s called Valhalla. You can look him up. A great freaking, typical 60s hard rock. Kind of had like a Cream, Doors, Jimi Hendrix type of feel. Great band, great guitar player, outstanding. And he, has a huge vintage guitar collection. And he says, but through the years, you trade things and you buy new things, or and just like us, we'll have a cool silver bar, and we're like, I'll
Well,
trade that for this.
I've traded plenty of stuff that I was tired
Exactly.
of, or somebody
Yeah.
else wanted it more than I did, and I've traded. I don't really sell. I don't sell silver and gold. I'll trade you. I'm not really after money. I don't want the money. I'd rather just trade for something that you have.
I'll tell you his mistake, and he regrets it to this day. Well, since I've talked to him, he had a 1960 Les Paul he bought.
We'll see you, Homestead. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, Homestead. Bought a 1960 Les Paul back in like '69, and I think he spent like $300 for it. And he sold it in the '70s or something. And he bought a Gibson J35 or something. It was a similar to like a Chuck Berry's guitar. And he says, dude, if I would have had that guitar today and took care of it, that 1960 Gibson Les Paul would be $500,000.
Yep.
It's certain things, man. Certain paints, certain styles, certain series, certain years, depending what you have, can be worth money. I mean, you can go to Walmart right now. Anytime you hear that Legos releases a new Lego set, like for example, a lot of the Star Wars ones, some of the
I
Harry
can't
Potter
believe how much those sets are.
Well, they're expensive as they sell them now, but
good
you can
God,
buy
I can't believe those things cost as much as they do.
Oh yeah, but you can buy some of them. A lot of them. Every time when they do a new release, that's very popular, you can buy them, sit them on your shelf, and in a few years, it'll be quadruple the price. I mean, my buddy's a big Lego collector. He's got some Lego sets. He would always buy two, so he'd buy one so he could build for himself, and then he would buy one and leave it in a box. And he would always get his money back. He would eventually sell that box, and that paid for his set. He got, and the set he bought to sell, and then some money in his pocket.
Yeah.
But, you don't think some things will be worth money. And then come to find out, you're like, shit. I mean, like, I wish I had my Pokemon cards when I was a kid. I wish I kept them. Because I had first edition Pokemon cards. And those Charizard cards, first edition, in high grades, worth like $10,000, $50,000. In between, like, I think some have gone up over 100.
We have one. I sniped it from my kid when he was carrying it around.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I thought it
might
be something, but
yeah.
I don't know.
Dude, like I said, I wish I would have held on to a lot of stuff or knew.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I had original Hess trucks that my dad gave me from the 60s and 70s. When the Hess truck used to be small and they were steel. And, dude, I was dumb and young and I destroyed them.
Yeah.
Took them out of the box. I had original Tonka trucks from when my dad was a kid.
Yeah. Don't Ask said he sold 16 treasure hunt cars in '96 for $1,800. Hot Wheels treasure hunts. You did all right then, depending on what they were.
When did treasure hunt start? Was it 94?
1995 they started. So it depends. Don't Ask if you sold 95s or 96s, you ain't made out. 96s aren't worth all that much, but the 95s are where the money's at.
Yeah.
That's where the Camaro comes from. That Camaro is like $1,200 by itself. The '67 Camaro. But Don't Ask if you're ever on Amazon, Google or not Google, but go to Amazon and in the search box put Hot Wheels Treasure Hunt Price Guide, and you'll see that's my book. It's you'll see it pop up. I do a price guide for treasure hunts.
Yeah.
That's what I do on the side.
Well, another thing. Now this isn't as much. It's gone up a lot, but not as much. But still, like, the Type 1, the last year, the Type 1 American Silver Eagles, I made sure that I bought a tube of the Type 1s and a Type 2s. And if you go on eBay, because you're not going to find them on bullion sites anymore, but like eBay, the Type 1 to the last Type 1, the 2021 American Silver Eagles, the Type 1s, Type 2, the first Type 2 tubes are going for like $800-900, $300 to $400 more than what they are now, what the American Silver Eagles, what the 2023s are selling for. And then the Type 1s, the last year the Type 1s are like $1,000 a tube.
Well, I have a couple of the last Type 1s.
Yeah, they're worth a lot of money now because of it was the last year of the Type 1s.
How much are they getting for Type 1 21s on a tube?
On eBay, I seen them for $800 to $1,000 a tube.
That's almost what I paid for them back in the day. So at least I probably paid at least $800 for them back in the day.
In 2021?
Yeah, they were high.
I think they were. I remember I stopped stacking them in November of 2021.
That was the last year I stacked any Eagles was 2021 because they got stupid.
And I was paying $6 to $7 over spot. I think a tube was like 600 and change.
Yeah, I didn't spend that. It was more like close to the 800.
Oh, you got hammered then.
Well, I mean, they were going for $35 each.
Yeah, I stopped at 32 per coin at that time. I was like, yeah, nope. And at that time it was $5-6 over spot. I think silver was at 25 at that time, 25, 24. So, it was like $6-7 over spot. And I was like, yeah, no. But what I think everyone should do too for this year is buy at least a tube of 2023 maples. Because this is the last year.
I got that covered.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Me too.
I bought plenty.
But if anyone hasn't, the 2024 Britannias are already on pre-sale.
Now you're talking maples or Britannias?
The Britannias are on pre-sale 2024s. Now the maples follow right behind the Brits, so they'll be coming out this October.
Unless the Royal Mint came up with some magical pixie dust for their Britannias, I'm not touching the damn things.
Oh, hell
ever
no.
Again. I don't care how if they drop down a spot, I'll buy them. That's the only freaking way I'm ever buying another damn Britannia is if they drop down a spot.
Lose money on them. Exactly.
Stupid. I've had it. I'm done. I'm over them.
Yeah, I'm not buying them either.
Garbage. Absolute. And even the edges were rough. If you run your finger on them, they were rough.
They were rough this year. You could
absolute garbage. Absolute
cut your finger right in half this year. I told you that when I'm like, silver gold. I'm like, dude, did you realize this year that not only did they milk spot more, but the edges are sharp. Like you pick it up the wrong way, it's like cutting a paper cut, man.
Oh, I know. Good night, Oceans. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks, Oceans. But yeah, those the maples are changing their design this year. The king will be on them. Ugly ass guy.
I can't believe they broke down and did that, but
yep. So
because by law they weren't required to make that change.
No, they're not. They weren't. No. But
they went ahead and did it.
Yep. So if you don't have a tube of 2023s or at least a few 2023 maples, snag them. It's the last year of the Queen.
Now the 23 maples are going to have the dates on them on the Queen's
52 to 20.
Yeah, they'll have the dates on the Queen side.
And
that's the obverse.
Yep, and that's also the last year with that there as well. So
what's funny is when we talk about maples and Britannias, we always we just assume that the maple leaf and Britannia is the obverse. We just don't look at the other side. So it's easy to forget that the Queen is actually the obverse.
Yeah. Well,
and the best design is the reverse.
I think it's important to grab it now. I mean, she's been on more coins than any other person ever.
Oh, billions and billions.
Oh yeah. But this is the last year. The last maple she'll be on. the only maple that has that commemorative date for her. I mean, you get the 20. You see those trying to find backdate maples as it is hard, and they charge more for backdates. Or not only that, like remember the 25 anniversary maples? You know, those are big money. So I can just imagine what these 2020.
SGT says he's sending me a whole tube of Brits to melt.
Yeah.
Let's melt them. Let's melt them. Let's get rid of them.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of those Milky Maids.
Yeah. Fuck them. That's a shame, man, because you know I just don't understand how their bars can be okay, but their coins are terrible.
Well,
Like,
somebody argued with me when I was griping about the Brits being milk spotted. They're just bad quality. They were like, "Well, it's their lowest price bullion coin. That's just the way it is. Their what do they call it? The premium stuff doesn't do that." And I'm like, absolutely false. How many reports have we heard of Queen's Beast and all kinds of like the rare Una and the Lion bars? They're all milk spotting. I don't care if it's
all their
premium
coins
or bullion. Everything is except for the 10-ounce for some reason.
the 10-ounce and their kilos, their bars. I mean, I have seen some Brits bars milk spot on people, but dude, I just stacked 20 of those suckers. And out of those 20, there's not one with a milk spot on them.
No,
Now,
I don't have it. I've got 12 and I don't have any
yep,
spots that I can see.
exactly. And I've had tubes of Brits, and 95% of them are milk spotted.
Well, if you go back, what was it? 2012 and below for Brits, they were 0.958. They weren't 3.9s fine, they were 958. So I think that blend, I don't know if because the older Britannias hold up way better than the 999 ones. The 958s do way better. It's because they're mixed with other stuff. Or maybe the process was different back in 2012 and before. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is, but it's not a good one.
Keith said, some say the milk spots are a sign of authenticity.
Yeah, it's a security feature now. Shit.
Yeah, because if you get a modern Brit with no milk spots on it, it might be fake.
Nickel nailed it. That Nickel just said exactly what I said in the past. They rushed them. The 23s were absolutely rushed. That was my observation in the past.
Dude, they were panicking when the Queen died.
They did. The Queen passed. They were what? They were running, her image on the coins. They had to stop. They had to re-dye. They had to do all that stuff.
Well, me and Triple P, I remember that day or the day after she died, we were on Tuesday Night Trash Talk, and we were talking. You know, I said, listen, Triple P, the Royal Mint and the Royal Canadian Mint released their New Year's around October. So the 2020, at that time, the 2023s will be out.
Good night, HVAC. Thanks for being here.
Good night, HVAC. I said the 2023s will be out around in between September to November. I said, and then January, the Eagles come out. But they already made their 2023.
Yeah, well, Royal Mint's not getting a single shilling.
They're not going to throw them back in to get melted.
They're not getting a single shilling from my ass.
I said they're not going to throw them back in to get melted. They're not going to, do all that work again. I said, watch, there's going to be a type 1 and there's going to be a type 2. And I nailed it. It's exactly what they did. They had type 1s, and then shortly after, I mean, like literally a month or two after, the King was out. And then this year, was their first year, they did a type 3 because they had the King coronations also.
Yep. And don't forget that jagoff on HSN who said, these queens only ran for a week. They're highly limited, and I'm selling them for $62 plus shipping. What an asshole.
I feel bad for the assholes that bought them and realized they covered
I'm telling you, man. That guy, I don't know how he's still peddling shit because he should be off the air. That's criminal what he's selling stuff for. The generic Pamp Suisse, the kilos. He was asking like $1,400 for them.
Dude. Now, if it was a kilo Fortuna, I can
That's
understand
different.
That's
way different, though.
I can understand that a little bit. But
Way
these are
different.
the generic
This is the generic.
camp.
This is the generic cast stamped.
Yep.
That's it.
One of the cheapest generic
The
bars,
cheapest one
steel
they
bars you
offer.
can buy.
Yep,
Yep.
you can get it for like anywhere from like 900 and maybe a touch below.
Yeah.
This mug was asking 1,400 plus shipping, and I'm like,
Yeah.
holy crap!
It was fucking unbelievable.
And they were selling.
Oh yeah. I mean, dude, look at the American Silver Eagles the last 3 years. People were still buying them. I don't care how expensive they are. I'm gonna buy them regardless. I love Eagles like the next guy, but I wasn't buying them for 2 years.
JK was thinking the same thing I was. He just said it. That guy is a thief. He's a freaking thief, and he's made millions. He was selling those damn Britannias. Remember the best line that he did with the Type 1s, the Type 1 Britannias? He's saying, these are commemoratives. These are limited edition. They only ran for a week. And then he goes, but I get to offer them to you for the same price as I offered last year's Britannias, $62 plus shipping. And shipping was like, I don't know, $7.99. So it was like almost $70 for an ounce of silver. That most likely milked up from the people that bought them.
We cut out there for a minute.
Unbelievable. Just unbelievable that people buy from him.
Dude. Yeah. I mean,
Shouldn't even be on the air. And you know what? I feel bad. I feel bad and I don't, because they live on people that don't, maybe they're not familiar, you know, older folks, you know, they don't go on the internet. They don't know about online shopping. They watch a lot of TV, and that's what these guys prey on. They prey on the friggin' elderly that are watching TV and going, oh, I need to get in a silver. I'll spend $70 on that Britannia. That's a 1 week run.
My grandson will love that.
Oh, I feel so bad.
One for each of the kids for Christmas.
It's insane, man. It should be illegal, but
I mean, it's the same
capitalism.
thing with
Capitalism at its finest.
Listen,
I got the product. You want to buy it? You buy it. You don't? Oh well.
Listen, I love capitalism. There's nothing wrong with it, but you know, people also got to do their own research. I mean, first of all, here's your first telltale sign. It's on 3 o'clock in the morning on TV. You know what I mean? You're these little podcasts, these little sales they do on TV. After midnight, they hit the channels. You know what I mean? Why are they selling them at night like that? You know what I mean? Something's up. And I mean, the best thing, the worst part is when they're selling the jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, get this 14 karat gold, white gold chain, solid gold, for the low price of $2,500.
Yeah, nickel. It is Mike Mezak. That's exactly who it is, Mike Mezak.
Yeah. You get it. It's hollow.
HSN thief.
Yeah,
and what about the mailers, man? How about stuff like?
Oh, dude, forget about it.
Oh, the mailers are terrible. They're awful.
I told you.
I get stuff in the mail, like Littleton Coin Company. They've been around since like the 50s, man. I don't know how they've done it.
Yeah.
It's knocking a lot of people, apparently.
Yeah. I told you that one with the walkers, right?
Yeah.
It was the back. It was 1943 Walking Liberty $50 for the low price of 3 payments of $29.99. Very rare, blah, blah, blah. No, yeah. And then there was another one. We're selling tubes of walkers, and a tube is 10 face value, right? That's 20 coins. No, they were 5 face value.
Wow.
And they were charging $400 for 5 face value.
People buy them.
People buy them. The most common dates, and I guarantee you when you order them, they're probably Kohl's, melt bucket, Constitutional, you know what I mean? Probably got holes in them, worn down to shit.
So I've got to tell you this story real quick. Last week or the week before, I was in the LCS. I think I may have already told you, Patriotic, this one. But for the chat, I was in the LCS. Guy walks in, and I said, hey, do your thing. We're just shooting the crap. Go, He goes, well, I want to verify these eagles. So he busts out a bag of 10 eagles, 10 Type 2 eagles from 23, and he said, I want to verify these. I'm like, well, where'd you get them? Oh, I got them online, and I was like, buy one, get one free. And I'm like, you got robbed. He said, what do you mean? You haven't even looked at them? I said, you got robbed. I said, if you bought into that crap, you got right. I said, do you mind if I look at them? And as soon as I pulled them out, the sheen was off, the color was off, no friggin' missing reed. It was just a really poorly done Silver Eagle. And I said, I looked over at Lou. I said, feel free to put this on the machine, but the Sigma's not going to pick it up. And that thing went all the way to the right. I mean, it was just bad. And I looked at him and I said, how much did you buy these for? He said, well, they were 25 a piece. I said, that should have been your biggest freaking indicator. I said, where'd you get them? I said, did you get them on eBay? He said, yeah. I said, well, you're lucky. You are lucky if you got them on eBay because you have recourse. Especially if you paid by credit card or PayPal, you do have recourse. I said, you're lucky. You're lucky you got them on eBay. You're damn lucky. But he felt pretty bad. And I said, I'm sorry. I am so sorry that you got taken like that. I am sorry. But the first indicator should have been the $25 a piece.
And I feel bad when these people get
I do feel
over.
bad because they don't know. They don't know this stuff.
But at the same time, I don't know about you, but when I spend money and I'm not sure about something,
I do
I'm
research.
not gonna spend money. I do the research.
Or I do research.
I look up things. I call people. I ask them, hey, do you know about this? What do you think? You know what I mean? Like, for example, I did a video on those Johnson Matthey Kilo bars.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't just jump the gun and buy it. I called you and I'm like, hey, what do you think? And then I did some homework and I found out that, matter of fact, I should do an update video, that these are replica Johnson Matthey bars, newly minted by a private mint, is what they said. Obviously, it was Asahi that minted them. They didn't go into names, but it was Asahi because it makes sense. Asahi bought out Johnson Matthey years ago. And if you look at the Asahi Kilo bars, they replicate the same size, the same style, where they put the logos, where they put the numbers. They replicate the vintage Johnson Matthey bars. Well, Asahi made some Johnson Matthey replica bars, threw the Johnson Matthey stamp, and put them out on SD Bullion for $1.79 over spot. Now, at first, I thought maybe Johnson Matthey got back into the game. Maybe it was a private mint that put them out. Maybe it was a bunch of Johnson Matthey Kilo bars in a vault somewhere that they got a hold of. I didn't know. But come to find out, they're replica bars.
Yeah, but you know what? $1.79 over spot. I don't care what's on it. That's silver.
Well, no, that's a great price, and
that's a great price for it. I don't care what's on it. I don't care if freaking Biden's on it. I could just put black tape over it. But at $1.79 over spot, I'd be a buyer.
Yeah, but for kilo bars, that's pretty normal. That's a normal kilo bar.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? And yeah, I would buy it. It's weight. I mean, it's real. It's not fake. It's just I seen Johnson Matthey. I'm like, oh yeah, maybe they got a stock of those. And
unfortunately, a lot of people on the secondary are going to get snockered by those bars.
Oh, they
because
are.
they don't know or they don't do the research.
And they shouldn't have released them as replicas because now they're going to end up on eBay, and people are going to be charging.
Of course they are.
People are going to be charging $1,500.
Because how do you think they're going to list them? Do you think they're going to list them as Asahi replicas or
no?
Or they're going to list them as Johnson Matthey silver bars?
Yep, vintage diamond logo Johnson Matthey bars.
There you go. That's the game.
They're gonna pay $800 and change for them now and flip them for $1,200 on eBay, and it's gonna fuck up and screw up the vintage bar market, the Johnson Matthey bar market. Because the thing is, and it's easy to trick people when it comes to Johnson Matthey and Engelhart. Well, not so much Engelhart. Well, yeah, depends on the style, but
Engelhart is highly faked.
There was it's highly faked, but there's serial numbers and there's websites and stuff. But the thing is, there's so many different variety when it comes to Johnson Matthey and Engelhart.
Oh yeah.
You have Australian, London, America. Different styles, different series.
Johnson Matthey, were they Canadian? Weren't they Canadian?
I think Johnson Matthey was out of England.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think they were out of England.
For some reason,
I
I
could be
remember.
wrong.
I thought they were based in
Well,
Canada.
they had Canadian bars. They had London bars from England. They had, just like Engelhart, same thing. They had Canadian Engelhart. They had, which is usually the bull logo. When you see Engelhart bars with the bull logo, it means they're Canadian. So there's, but for example, like the Johnson Matt tequilas, which will really screw up people if you don't really know or where to look up or search. But they did like 4 or 5 different diamond logo varieties.
Oh yeah.
They had diamond logos that the serial numbers were on the right. They had the diamond logos that were the same that the serial number was on the left. There was diamond logos that I believe that they didn't do any serial numbers with. So these bars, I'm afraid they're going to get into the market and really screw people up and mess things up. And
Well,
Silvertown,
Craig brought up a similar point. The Morgans that the peace dollars and Morgans that the mint issues, the modern ones. It's like I haven't bought a single one of those, but I'm amazed at what they sell for on the secondary. People are acting like this is like the next the second coming of Silver Jesus, and I'm like, why?
I don't think those would trick people as much.
They're not going to trick anybody
people,
because everybody knows Morgans went out, a long time ago.
Yeah, because they do have a year.
I don't agree with what they're selling for in the secondary. I don't think they should be that high. But what do I know?
I don't think they should be selling them for $75 or $80 on the U.S. Mint. You know, when they sold the 2020.
I'm not spending that for an ounce of silver. I'm just not.
No, hell no. And is it even an ounce?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if really.
I don't even think
truly minted in San Francisco. I don't know.
Yeah, if they kept the same. I know they didn't do the same fineness. I know it's.
Well, we know Carson City. I mean, they're not making Carson City stuff.
Yeah, no, exactly. You know,
they may put Carson City on there, but it's not from Carson City.
You know, Silvertown did something like this too, when they and this really screwed up the Silvertown vintage market. But Silvertown a few years back put out replicas of 10-ounce vintage Silvertown bars.
Mm-hmm.
And now you see them going around, and you'll be like, "Oh, $330, that's a good price." You get them. Come to find out, they were minted in 2015. Like they were the new vintage style. I mean, it was Silvertown that still made it, but it was a replica of the vintage. So it's not really a vintage bar.
Well, Thomas asked a question. He said, what's a good price for Silver Morgan calls? Thomas, it really depends. If they're slicks, probably 15 to 20. If you can still see some details, probably 25. If they're really not all that bad, I'd say 30.
I'd say,
now, Cull, if you're talking about slicks, I would not do more than 15.
Yeah.
15, 20 at the most. I need better than that.
Yeah.
I'll spend 30 on one that still has all the details.
Average circulated Morgans, I'd say 25. If it's like 90.
25, yeah, 25, yep.
30.
30 if the details are more apparent.
Yeah, or 90s. Like 90s, I would pay 30 for 90s.
Yeah, but a slick? No.
Not a slick.
15 to 20.
Coles, I wouldn't pay over spot. So whatever the melt price is on Morgan's, that would be my price on Coles.
Yeah, that's all I would do. If you can't see the details and it's smooth as a baby's butt, I would do maybe 15. That's good for the melt price.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I bought a couple today at $25. They'd been cleaned. And I'm like, how much you asking for those? He said, I don't know, 25. And I'm like, I'll take them all.
Yeah.
I'll take every last one of those for 25 just because they've been cleaned. The details were phenomenal. I don't care.
I mean, and you're filling up a book, so it's not like.
Well, no, none of them were dates I needed. I'm also stacking like tubes of decent Morgans.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to have a couple of tubes too, in addition to the collection. So if I see them for $25, I'll buy them.
Yeah. I mean, they're not making them anymore.
No, they're sweet. They are. It's awesome to hold a whole stack of them in your hand and just kind of plink around on top of each other. It's the best sound in the world.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to know how people carried $10 worth of these things back in the day. They rip your friggin' pants down, man. They're heavy as hell.
$10 was so much money back
$10
back in
in
those times.
Morgan's would weigh your ass down.
That was a fucking month's pay. You know what I mean?
Like if you're
And
Billy the Kid and robbing the train and grabbing a bag of mortgage, you probably need help.
dude, back in that time in the 1800s, it was mostly coins. Bills were just getting out, and people were kind of starting to trust them. But mostly, people use dollars, silver dollars, or they use out west. A lot of times they use the gold dollars and 2.5 gold and $5 gold.
Tuli, how you doing? Good to see you.
How you doing, Tuli? Metal Scholar.
Keith, that sounds like you might want to take if your baby's got that much of a problem with a butt, probably time to go to the doctor.
What happened?
He said, if my baby's butt is rough or lumpy, should I be concerned? Yeah, that might call for a visit to the doctor.
Yeah, it could be they call that the babies get them sometimes
Rash?
yeast infections or UTIs, something. I don't know what they are. I think maybe they're UTIs. I think
We'll
that
leave that
happens,
one.
because infections with the diapers and shit, or it could be prickling heat, which is nothing to be concerned about. It's just when they get hot, they get like these rashes, these red rashes on them.
Yeah, I think Keith was being facetious on that, but that's all good.
Oh, it's just fucking around. Shit, why didn't you tell me that fucking 10 minutes ago?
I was gonna let you keep going, man. You sounded so professional and knowledgeable.
Well, I got 4 kids of my own, man. I dealt with this shit.
I mean, I raised 3.
I still got 2 babies, pretty much. They'll be 3 November 1st, but they're still babies. They were preemies,
I could not go back to those days. Not now.
Yeah.
Like when we were in Virginia
it,
Beach, it was fine because I know in the end they're your kids. They're not coming home with me. Those are your kids. Because they were way active.
I love it, but it's nice to have a break once in a while. Not away from them.
Dude, yeah, your kids were great, man. I enjoyed spending time.
Yeah, you're Mimi. Right? That's what you call it. No,
Nummy. Yeah, my little guy.
Wesley calling you Nummy.
Yep.
Nummy. Where's Nummy?
I don't know where that came from. He just attached to me. I don't know what it was.
Oh, yeah. He loves you. He's a good boy. He had a good day today.
That's good.
He wasn't, he's been having a little, issues the last few weeks, but today he had a good day.
He's a tough guy. He's a tough guy.
Take it with a grain of salt, you know what I mean? He's going to have ups and downs.
No, you're blessed, my dude. You got a great family.
I appreciate it, brother. Oh, shit, my phone's almost dead.
Yeah, I'm looking
2%.
That was a good talk. Good birthday talk.
Yeah, I forgot about it. I originally was going to do a big thing. I was going to do a gone.
Well, that's why I called you. I said, well, let me give him a call.
Yeah, this week's been so fucked up, man.
Yeah, SGT actually texted me and he's like, we're all here. I'm like, let me give him a call real quick.
This whole, fire thing, and then getting back to work and getting shit done, and and then shit, I forgot about my birthday half the day. You know what I mean? Like,
well, in the words of the famous Ferris Bueller, life comes at you fast.
You ain't kidding, man. I'm fucking 28 years old, man.
Yeah, you're an old man. I feel for you. You're old.
Fucking getting old, man. Yeah. I remember when I turned 25, I'm like, fuck, 25 more years, I'll be 50.
Yeah, welcome to my world.
That felt like yesterday I said that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everyone in the chat's probably laughing. What I would do to be 28 again. But shit, time does fucking fly.
I don't want to go back to 28. That was my first marriage. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'll stick in the present.
Out of your life, what was your golden years? What, if there's an age you can go back to or stay where you are, what would it be?
33. And I'll tell you why. That's when I got divorced and I had 10 years of single bliss.
Shit.
I was single for 10 years, just doing whatever the hell I wanted to do.
So 43 is when you tied back up.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
that's the one
I
you went
made up
through.
for, I got married young. My first marriage was way too early. Got married way too young. And
Yeah.
in my 30s when we got divorced. Now it was completely amicable. She and I are still very close today. We're good friends.
That's always good.
But sometimes you just can't be married to somebody. It's different.
No, that's my oldest son's first. You know, my oldest son.
Yep.
We weren't married, but you know, the same thing. It just wasn't meant to be.
Nah, she's a good girl, and we're always going to be close. And she gave me 3 great kids, and I owe her my life in a way. She gave me 3 blessings.
Exactly.
So I can't. There is nothing but love for her. I care about her. Always
Well,
will.
yeah, the mother of your children.
Absolutely. But
Mine.
being married to her, that's a different story.
Oh, my first super chat. Look at that Tiger Stacker, $10, dude. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate that.
All right, broke your cherry.
Yeehaw, baby. Yeehaw. Another $90, and we can do a free golf. Come on, $90. I throw in an ounce of silver. Good chance. There's only 19 people in the chat.
Metal Scholar says 55 is great. I'm 5. I'll be there in a little bit.
Getting there.
Yeah, 5 more years.
You'll blink and you're there.
Yeah, trust me. Everybody said life would slow down when the kids are gone, and life just kind of. I completely disagree. I think life is going twice as fast as it ever was. The older I've gotten.
Yeah, I mean, I see it now, and I'm not even. I see how it is now. I can imagine when I'm at your age, and dude, it probably feels like a day. A day is a year. Like.
Well, one thing I do know, you get up to me.
Toolie, $10.
Look at Thule. You're raking in
raking
in the gifts.
I appreciate it, guys.
That's awesome, Thule. Way to go.
It's a lot. Hold on, guys. 1 second.
Nickel, no worries. I'll be there in a couple of years. For sure. Yeah, Craig, I don't know about that. I think it may be younger than 30. Yeah, patriotic prospecting. Absolutely. I never thought the time would fly as fast as it has when I've gotten older. I thought things would just slow down, to be honest.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, like I said, it's going quick now. I see my
Well,
kids.
now I find myself busier now than I ever was. Look at you. Old man Jenkins.
$5. Look at that. Getting close to 100.
Yeah, you got 2 years left of your 20s. 2 years left of your 20s.
Oh, don't say that, dude. Oh my God. I think it also goes quick when you have kids too, man, because you just see them growing up, and it's crazy. And
I, honest to God, maybe it's just me, but I think life was slower when I had the kids, when the kids were younger. Silver Journey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1234.
Oh, look at that, man.
Look at
1,
you.
2, 3, 4. Check that out. Thanks, bro. I didn't know you send like odd numbers and cents on Super Chat.
You can send whatever you want. I could send you a penny right now just to be an ass.
Really? Every time I tried to send it would only give me the $4.99, the $9.99, $19.99. I didn't know you could edit it like that.
Maybe you can. I don't know. I've
you learn something new every day. I'm getting rid of this cold, but I got this lingering cough, and my kids too. And that's
no. I got 2 people out of my office with COVID, so I didn't go there this week.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
I stayed on the road and I worked at home. Yeah. I am not catching that crap. What I went through last the year before. No, not doing that again.
No.
COVID was fine. I was getting through the COVID, but when the pneumonia hit, that was it. All hell broke loose.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, man.
Knocked me the hell out.
It's just funny. Like I said to my wife, just when the kids 2 weeks ago when they started school. I said, yep, here it comes. Here comes the flu.
Oh,
Here comes
those kids
cold.
go to those schools, man. Those are germ
Yeah.
factories.
Here comes strep. Here comes RSV. Here it comes.
Pink
You know,
eye.
COVID. Yep, and no more than they went to school for a couple days, and bam, one kid got sick. Then the next day, the other kid was sick, and at once all the kids were sick, and I got sick, and my wife didn't. Go figure.
Schools are germ factories, my friend.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. I mean, this cold, dude, and I thought it was COVID at first because I had leg pains, a sore throat, and it was just like when I had COVID. I'm like, oh shit. And
Thomas said he's got albuterol. I think I was on that when I was recovering.
yeah,
Is that the inhaler? Is that the inhaler, Thomas? Oh, Tiger
Tiger with
Stacker
another
comes through.
10. Thanks a lot, bro. Appreciate it, man.
See, best community,
Best community ever.
best community. I say it in every one of my videos. Best community. That's not a lie.
Send me your money. You guys don't need your money. Send it to me. And let's explore.
The old Sal.
Let's explore. Let's get a good old strategic.
Strategic. I like listening to him. I really do.
Oh, he's got a voice, man.
I love listening to Strategic. He cracks me up.
It's a mixture of Mark Wahlberg and Sling Blade. Billy Bob Thornton from Sling Blade.
You say it's your birthday, Patriotic. Patriotic's got a birthday.
Oh, dude, I should pay him to sing Happy Birthday to me.
Happy birthday, Patriotic.
Happy birthday to you.
Celebrating on YouTube.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, that's more Sling Blade, man.
Today I bought some American Silver Eagles. Now, I didn't buy American Silver Eagles for 3 years. But now that the premiums are down, I bought American Silver Eagles.
That sounded like a mix between Sling Blade and Forrest Gump.
The good thing getting shot in the butt talks is the ice cream.
Lieutenant Dan, ice cream.
I might not be a smart man, Jack.
Oh, God, that movie was exhausting, dude.
But I know how to deep dick.
That movie was exhausting to watch, but it was phenomenal.
That's a great movie. That'll go
It
down.
really was. The book, if anybody's read the book, oh my God, he does 3 times more stuff in the book, if you can believe that.
I reckon you got any French fry potatoes down back there? What do you got to eat? Kill them. Sling Blade right to the head. Ain't got no gas in it. That was another great movie, man.
It's been so long since I watched that.
Fucking Billy Bob Thornton, Sling Blade. The funny part is when the kid was trying to explain to Sling Blade the mom's friend, he was gay. And he says, not gay, he's not gay, he's not a funny gay, he's something else gay. Trying to explain to him that he was, he liked guys.
Well,
Cons
back in the day,
$5 super chat. Thanks a lot, Cons.
Well, back in the day, gay meant a completely different thing. Back in the old days, gay like the Flintstones. You've probably never heard the Flintstones theme song.
Of course, I know the Flintstones.
They said we'll have a gay old time, or you'll hear it in Christmas songs.
Oh yeah,
had a completely different meaning back in the day. Now it's just
gay
it's just changed.
Yeah, gay just means you were happy.
It was a happy or a good time.
Yeah, jolly. That's exactly. I mean, people still say that in that way, but now it's become more of a word for homosexuals.
See, here's the thing. I I don't even know how to react anymore because I don't really pay attention to all the alphabet stuff. There's so many friggin' terms that I don't understand. I'm like, I don't know what to call anybody anymore, so I don't even say anything. I'm just like, yeah, hey, I'll do this, this, and this. It's just best to avoid it at this point. I don't know who I'm going to
Yeah.
piss off next. I really don't.
Listen, I got nothing. I got
I
nothing
don't
against
care.
gay
I
men or
don't
lesbians,
care what you do in your
but
time.
the only
I
thing that
really don't.
exactly, as long as you're not pushing it on me, I'm fine. But what I never understood, and again, this isn't my problem either, but I've had friends that came out and said they like hot dogs,
Like,
but they would talk normal.
I,
Hot dog. They would talk normal, right? When
yeah,
I knew, as long as I knew them, they were normal. Like, hey, what's up, dude? And the minute they come out, they're like, hey,
yeah.
like, dude, that's not how you talk. Like, now that you come out, your voice changes. Like, what the fuck? I don't like when they like force. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, be yourself.
Like
I
I
don't.
said, I don't know how to act anymore, so I don't say much of anything when I'm out in public because I'm afraid if I say he, she, I'm going to get yelled at. If I say a pronoun, I'm going to get yelled at. I don't. So you know what? It's just best to say, hey, how you doing, and walk on.
Just call them Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I don't. I don't understand the whole thing. And here's the thing. I'm being crotchety right now. The old man in me is coming out. I'm not going to take the time to understand it. I don't want to. And if
I
you
don't
want to
blame
call
you.
that closed-minded, so be it.
Listen,
I'm just going to go on with life and just do what I do.
you like what you like. I like what I like. Let's leave it there.
That's it.
You know, who gives a fuck? As long as you're not
I
pushing
well,
on
look,
me and
whatever
my
what you
kids.
do behind your closed doors, that's whatever. That's fine. I don't care. It doesn't bother me what you do. That's your freedom. That's your choice. I don't
Yeah,
care. But don't
yeah.
get offended when I don't know how to address you because I'm confused
No,
as hell.
listen. I'm gonna address you the way I see you. You know what I mean? If you're a female and I know you're as a female and I don't know your name, I'm gonna say, excuse me, ma'am, or excuse me, miss. You know what I mean? If you get offended because I don't know who the hell you are, but I'm just trying to get your attention, I clearly see you're a girl. Well, listen, I don't know you. I'm sorry. Like, what do
Uh, uh, I'm not
that's
taking, like I said, I am not taking the time to understand it. I'm not.
what I'm saying. Why bother,
I don't
man?
want to put that much time into it because I think we've never been more confused as to who we are as a country than we are now. It's insane.
Oh my God.
There's
By the
so
way,
much
we have a
crap
special
going.
guest
I just
today.
oh my god, I don't know.
We got a special guest today. Guess who's in our chat? The
Sleepy
president,
Joe,
the president of the United States of America,
Sleepy
Joe
Joe,
Biden. How you
Sleepy
doing, Joe
Joe.
Biden? You been sniffing them kids? Did
Your
you see the
hair
latest
smells
video?
delicious.
You see the latest video, dude? He started like munching on his kid. It's like a
I
2-year-old girl.
I don't
You know,
watch. I don't watch
dude, he
that.
started munching on her. Literally walked up to her and he put his mouth like on his shoulder and started eating her.
He's
Like,
such a drooling,
well,
bumbling, freaking
listen,
idiot.
I get so pissed off. Like today, with all these fucking diseases and viruses and colds, and never know what people are carrying. I have 4 beautiful kids, and I go in the stores, and I don't care if you're 80, if you're 20, if you're 15, or whatever. If you're a nice person, a mean person, don't come up and touch my fucking kids. I
Yeah,
don't know you. I don't know what the fuck you carry. If you got some AIDS and shit. But these fucking old people feel the need to come up to my kids and fucking pinch their cheeks.
but here's the
Like,
problem though, Patriotic. Here's the thing: they come from a different era. And back
oh
when
my
they were coming
God.
up, they don't. A lot of them don't understand that that's not acceptable anymore. They don't understand that. A
No,
lot of them
don't
just
fucking
don't.
touch my kids.
They don't get that. Back in the day, you'd walk up
Exactly.
and say, "Oh, what a cute kid!" You'd pinch the cheek.
Yeah,
Nobody had a
yeah.
problem with it back in the 50s and 60s, I guess.
Listen, if they came up and we were talking and conversating and they asked, listen, do you mind if I, give your kid a 5 or, or I don't really mind the hands, whatever, I'll give them a 5 or a fist pump. But, you know, Don't come up and fucking squeeze my kid's cheeks or fucking pat them on their. You never know. You don't never what fucking people are carrying or what they have or Dude,
SGT.
what is
Yeah,
it?
man. I'm just I'm heartbroken, buddy. Hoorah.
Fucking Joe Biden, man. Dude, I'm telling you, if I
Look
was
at
that
Thomas.
person,
Look at Thomas coming through for you.
Thomas, $20, cons $1. Check that out, guys. You guys are killing it today.
Conscious gave you $1.
YouTube's gonna take their 89%, and
Yeah. Conscious pitched in.
oh yeah, threw $1, and then he had a 2 spot, and I think he sent 5. Killing it. I appreciate it, guys. It means a lot. It
Yeah,
really does.
that's awesome. Definitely awesome.
But dude, if I was that person holding my daughter, and this old fucking motherfucker comes up munching on my kid, I would have dropped his ass right there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's
If you hear stories and shit like people getting in fights, road rage, shit, whatever, domestic disputes. Spitting on someone gets you a bigger charge than if you were to punch someone.
spitting's assault. I mean, it's assault.
That's you get a worse charge on spitting on somebody than if you were to soccer punch them, hit them in the face, or punch them.
Yeah.
Because it's considered like, you can, if you have a disease, like you can, or a virus or something, you can hurt somebody. You can actually kill them, depending if you have like a really bad cold or something and someone's got like a really weakened immune system, it's really dangerous.
You remember that story I told you when I was on duty and I got hit from behind with brass knuckles? That guy, I mean, I could have died from falling and hitting the concrete.
Did they ever find him?
Yeah, they arrested him, but he got simple assault. Can you believe it?
Oh,
simple
slap on the wrist.
Simple
Here's a
assault. You just knocked somebody, you sucker punch somebody in the back of the head with brass knuckles, and people die from that stuff.
Dude, liberal cities, liberal judges, liberal fucking laws. They're letting rapists out on the street, dude.
They don't have room, dude.
They're letting... No, you have room for a guy that cheats on his taxes because you screwed the government out of the money that you've busted your ass for because they need a fair share so they can get rich. But a rapist that goes around raping children or drug dealers that are dealing drugs to children get a slap on the wrist. You tell me, does that sound wrong? Like, you'll go to prison for 30 years for cheating on your taxes or something stupid.
Well, put it this way: all you have to do with a child rapist, drop him in Gen Pop for about 3 days to a week. The inmates will take care of that. The inmates will take care of them. That's one less mouth to feed behind bars.
Remember Jeffrey Dahmer, that crazy cannibal fuck?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was. I mean, they knew he was going to die when they put him in general population.
Dude, he got his ass handed to him. The guy bludgeoned him with a fucking what was it? A weight?
I don't know. I don't remember, but that was inevitable. I mean, everybody knew that was coming.
Yeah, I mean, dude.
Like I said, man, throw him in Gen Pop. The inmates will take care of the rest.
Oh yeah, but it's if the prisoners, it's one thing. There's some crazy fucks in prison, but there's one thing that they can't stand is a child predator.
Nope, they hate them.
Will kill you.
They hate them. They will bend you. They will
touch some kids.
They'll bend you over, get theirs, and then they're going to take you out.
Oh yeah, and they deserve it, man. They deserve it.
Absolutely.
Why should we pay our taxes for these people to? You know what? Yeah, it sucks to be confined in a prison and never get to see daylight again and be free. But you know what? They got it bad. They eat every day, 3 times a day. They get free time for an hour. They get computers. They get food. They got a bed to sleep in.
I'll tell you what. Can you imagine? Can you even imagine as a free person? Can you imagine solitary confinement? Oh my God, I'd go ballistic. I'd go nuts. I would go batshit crazy. Think about it now. You don't see a single soul. Even when you go outside, you get like 30 minutes to an hour to go outside and stretch, and you don't see anybody else. You're out there when when the rest of the population's back in.
Dude, I know. I mean, like, it's just like,
No windows, no daylight.
yeah,
Four walls and a door. Well, three walls and a door wall,
yeah. I mean,
and
there's
probably
times,
what 6 by 4, 6 by 8 by 4
yeah, they're
room.
small, dude. They're really
They're
small.
tiny.
You're in
Dude,
like a 50
I'd
square
go
foot.
nuts.
Oh yeah. And I mean, just we're human, you know. We need to be social. We need to have someone to talk to, and that's why I feel bad for a lot of these elderly, because husband dies or wife dies, and they'll live 10, 15 years without them, and they're in a house all by themselves.
Hmm.
No one to talk to. It'll make you go crazy.
I couldn't do it, dude. I couldn't
No,
do it. I
dude,
could not do it.
there's days I come home and don't listen. Don't get me wrong. I like the peace and quiet once in a while, but there's days I come home and the wife's out with the kids, and after an hour, I'm just sitting there twiddling my thumbs, and I'm like, wow, that's fucking boring, and I kind of miss the rowdiness and the kids running around, and
Well, I mean, that's your life, and
yeah,
that's what you know. And
yeah,
when that changes, it stands out more than it would normally. Let's see, I'm
yeah,
past all that. So what I like to do, to me, grabbing the boat and going on a stretch of the Outer Banks, nobody else is there, and just you got a whole stretch of beach to yourself.
yeah,
Man, I could do that all day for days, all day. No phone, no laptop, just beach and no
yeah,
people.
yeah.
Love it. Absolutely love those days.
I don't mind quietness. I like to have my peace and my relaxation, and I do. But
And
after
you'll
like,
get that. You'll get that. It's just
well,
your kids got to grow up, and then you'll
yeah,
have it.
no, exactly, and I get it now. I'll come home some days, and my wife took the kids to grandma and grandpa's, and they're hanging out, or she went to her friend's house with the kids, and I'm good. I'll relax for an hour, watch TV, catch up on videos, whatever.
Hmm.
I'll call you, whatever. But then after a while, they're not home, and then you're just sitting there like, oh, fuck, I miss the kids,
Yeah, I
miss
think
the
we
wife.
talk just about every day, don't we?
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
every day.
I don't know too many days that have gone by that we haven't heard from each other.
Nope, nope. I think we probably talk on the phone at least an hour or two every day.
That's great. Where the hell do I get the time for that shit?
I don't know. Well, it's because I call you at 10 o'clock at night and keep you up for fucking 2 hours.
Yeah, but I don't go to bed till after midnight, though. I can't.
Yeah,
I just cannot sleep before midnight. And I'll get up at 5:30, 6:30. I mean, it is what it is.
yeah, yeah. No, I'm a night owl too, man. I mean, that's why I'm doing this stream right now. It's midnight. I'm fucking streaming. Some people in the country's waking up right now, going to work. Well, Saturday, but whatever.
Third shift is already at work, probably.
Yeah, yeah. So what's
I used to work
California?
third shift. I did it for a long time, and dude, I hated it. I hated every bit of it.
Oh
We used
yeah,
to do like
graveyard.
rotating shifts when we were doing like patrols and stuff, and it was just like, oh god,
Graveyard shift sucks.
oh, it sucks.
Yeah, I remember. I was so dumb, but it was always that hustle mentality of me. Always trying to make money and do shit. But when I was in high school, I got a job at this factory in Port Jervis. They made makeup, right? And I would get off of school. I would have like 2 hours, and then I would have to go in at 6 o'clock, and I wouldn't get out till like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. But a lot of times at these factories, they have to do mandatory overtime because they're running behind. So most nights I wasn't able to get out till like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'd get home, and I would literally have 2 hours of sleep before going to wake up to go to school. And I
I
did
did
that
this
for like,
when I did it for a long time. When my kids were young, in my first marriage, it was I was
yeah,
working 2 to 3 jobs any given week. And most likely I was doing probably 85 hours on average a week.
yeah,
And I'll tell you, all I had time to do was come home, eat, take a couple hours nap, go back and do it all over again. It was miserable.
exactly.
It was
I mean, dude,
absolutely, and I had to do that until the kids got into school age. So I was busting my ass for years doing that. We weren't making a
Yeah.
whole lot of money back then. I was the breadwinner. She stayed home with the kids.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make sure we had enough money to do, to get through life. And it was just a
Yeah,
struggle.
exactly. I mean, dude, it's the same way. It's me now.
Start young families, man. It could be hell if you're not ready. And we weren't
Oh,
ready.
hell yeah.
We were not ready.
Oh
I
yeah.
wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready in the beginning.
No, when
You
she
know,
told me she was
I
pregnant,
wasn't
I was
in a
like, you
bad
got to be kidding me.
I wasn't in a bad spot because I was always smart with money and always hustling and finding ways to make money. I mean, like I said, I was in fucking high school and working a graveyard shift at a factory
Well, I
for
was
a
just out
year.
of the Corps. I was just out of the Marine
Yeah.
Corps, coming back from a war, and I was walking on top of the world, and bam! Next thing you know, oh, by the way, we're pregnant. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
shit,
That'll throw you
really?
through a loop. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I
damn it!
mean,
Well,
dude,
so much for
I
moving
did what I had.
back home.
Yeah.
That's how
I
I
did
ended
what I
up in
had to
North
do.
Carolina. That's why I stayed here. I didn't move back home after the military.
I mean, you started getting established down there.
Yeah, Silver Journey
So I
says he
tell you,
hopes you
man,
had
when
a
I was
great
doing
day.
that, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Today was just, I was working all day, man. I had to do this railing, and usually I don't do railings, but I had to sand that. These people wanted this railing sanded, and I told them, listen, once it's coated like that, and you know how railings are, it's not a flat surface. It's all
Right,
handwork and palm
right.
sand. And I said, listen, usually you go darker or you paint it. I said, this dark shit that I got to scrape off this all by hand, it's not going to come out perfect. I started doing this job. It was a grand staircase. I started at Monday. I was there. I just finished up today. I didn't get home till 7. Dude, fucking never again. Never again will I fucking be talked in on doing an old railing. If you got a new railing, I will coat that fucker, stain it, whatever you want to do. But never again am I going to resand a railing. Fuck that shit.
Yeah,
You want me to? I will go darker. I'll darken it up. Use some poly shade or something. But I ain't sanding a railing again. Fuck that. 5 days at the same job. That's an hour away. How much money do you really make at the end?
I
sixty
don't
dollars
know.
in gas there and back. $60
Mhm.
a day in gas. You know what I mean? I had to get into these tight spots on this railing, and I realized I'm like, fuck, my Dremel is at home. That would probably work. I could put one of the attachments on the end, get into like the crevices. So I said, I'm not driving all the way fucking home to grab mine and come back. That's 2 hours right there. Hour there, hour back. So there was a Home Depot down the road, like 5 miles down the road. I went there and I spent $100 to get a fucking Dremel. So that was another thing. I already had one. I didn't really need to buy one. But I was contemplating, should I go home to the house and grab it and waste 2 hours? Or just go down to Home Depot, buy one? Buy another one. I mean, it's just fucking a money pit. It was fucking hectic. And then these people started getting picky. And I'm like, listen, you knew what you were walking into doing this fucking railing. I said, so don't give me no bullshit now. I made sure before I coated this that you guys knew. And then once I pretty much told them how it was, then they were, yeah, we understand. You fucking better. 5 days on this fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, we all got to
And
hustle,
then,
dude.
oh yeah, and then they wanted me
All
to
got
do
to
the
hustle.
risers and stringers. The risers and stringers they wanted me to do. I said, listen, there's no fucking, the palm sander's not going to get that shit off. I'll be doing on one tread I'd be doing a tread a day. Fuck that. I don't really fuck with that. If you got new railings, risers, I'll coat them. I'll stain them. But I said, if you got old shit and you want to sand it down, you really can't do that. You got to either go darker or you fucking paint it. I mean, most risers and stringers are painted white anyways. It's fucking
Talk
stupid
about a
shit,
pain
man.
in the ass. A pain in the ass was trying. You remember I screwed up one of those silver bulldogs, and I had to. It was too big to put it back in the crucible.
Mm-hmm.
I had to cut that son of a bitch in half, man. Can you imagine cutting through almost 12 ounces of silver. I went through Dremel blades. I went through saw blade. You name it. I went through it trying to cut that thing in half.
Dude.
It took me forever, to the point where it was like superheated. Because I was running reciprocal on it. I was running everything. You name it, I tried it. Finally, I just stayed at it. I got diamond blades. I'm going through diamond blades like they're nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Finally, I got that thing smashed in half, and I was like, oh, man. I couldn't wait to melt that thing down.
Well, that was like this. I had a 5-ounce milk spotted generic round coin, and I wanted to melt it and put it in the crucible, but obviously it's not going to fit. It wouldn't fit in the hole.
Mm-hmm.
So I had nothing to cut it with, besides regular blades, and I know the blades ain't going to do nothing.
No, you could be there all day with blades.
Yeah, so, and I wasn't blades are fucking expensive now. I ain't about to go spend $30 per fucking blade to ruin it.
Imagine the diamond coated blades. Holy hell.
Oh, dude, yeah.
They cost a fortune.
Yeah. So what I did, I just I got the hammer and I was hammering. I smashed that shit thin, was able enough to bend it, and I threw it in the fucking crucible. But my dumbass, not thinking, I'm hammering it in the driveway. All the rocks are getting in the fucking thing. So when I fucking pour it, I realized all the impurities from the rocks and stones, it came out rough as a motherfucker. So I had to put
You're
it
lucky.
back.
You're lucky you didn't crack your cement.
Well, yeah. Well, I had it on a cinder, like a block, and do it on a driveway. It was like a block.
See you later, Nickel. Be good, man.
And thanks a lot, Nickel. But dude, I had to keep on pouring that and taking the rod and taking out the impurities, and that was a fucking pain in the balls.
Oh yeah, my freaking graphite rod was melting in the damn. It's practically melting.
Thanks a lot, Nickel. Thanks for spending this birthday stream with me. My birthday today. Boop, boop, boop.
It's your birthday.
And my birthday. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. You do it so much better, man. You really.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. God, we're going to hell.
We're fucked up, man.
We are going to hell.
He's a good dude, but
he is a good dude. Like him. I wish he'd come back and do more videos.
Yeah. I mean, I was honestly looking forward to his videos back in the day.
Well, Silver Ref came back. Silver Referee came back momentarily.
Yeah, he's still posting again, or did he leave again?
He made a couple of videos and then he kind of disappeared again.
Yeah.
He was gone for a year. Probably a year, a little more than a year.
I'm wondering, these people that were making videos and then they stopped. I wonder if they had some type of financial issue, ended up selling their metals and just.
Well, I do know that he had some problems with somebody. Somebody said something nasty on one of the comments, and Silver Referee. I don't know who knew him in here, but he's a guy that wears his heart on his sleeve, and he took that really personally. Because it dragged into a big to-do, which I don't understand. I don't get that. I mean, we're here on YouTube to make videos just to have fun and interact with some good folks. And then you always get that one ass that wants to just rock the boat. And he took it personally. I mean, he was like, he felt bad. And I said, dude, you can't worry about that. You are never going to, you're never going to make everybody happy. Just stop believing that you are. That's where you have to start. If you're going to be on YouTube, you better come to reality. You better come to grips that not everybody's going to like your stuff. Period. Everybody's getting thumbs down. Everybody's going to get a nasty comment. It is what it is. Except for the bikini broads on, that are showing off and getting 1 million views and getting paid off YouTube.
I mean,
I don't think they're getting too many thumb downs.
And in the beginning, I thought the same thing. I'm like, what the fuck? And I would get upset. I'd beat myself up. Be like, but I'm like, why the fuck am I getting upset? Fuck these motherfuckers. Obviously, they're jealous or they got something bothering them if they got to start shit. So, now I hand it right back to them and I'll say something like I told you. I'll do your mom jokes, your mom. There's something so dumb and so stupid and so childlike there's nothing they can say to respond back. You know what I mean? So that's what I've been doing. You know, I'm not going to go the whole spectacular route and be a little fool and delete my comments or block
See,
them.
that's the thing. I have never and never will delete a comment, even if
Thanks,
somebody
John
puts
Morgan.
something really. You could say something really, unless it's like racist or just that bad. I'm not going to delete it. If it's negative about the video, hey, your video sucked. All right, appreciate you coming by. I'm sure
Yeah,
I'm sure you thumbed it down. You did your part.
yeah,
And it's
no,
like, all
exactly.
right, cool. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I
Yeah,
look. Not everybody's gonna like your stuff. It's
exactly.
fine. It's life. It is what it is.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
but just don't be nasty in the comments. I mean,
That's
come
what I'm
on.
saying. I don't mind if you don't like this stuff. Listen, come on. I put a dislike. I don't care. I mean, that still helps me out anyways.
Or
But
just say, hey, your video sucked. I'm good with that.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Or I don't care for your video. But do you need to say the stupid shit that some of you guys say? And that's like, so that's when I'm like, all right, you want to be a dick? I'll give you something. And that's what I do. I used to before I would be like, oh, I'm sorry or whatever. Now I just fucking let them have it. Or the best one is when I'll pin it. I'll pin these fucking comments on the video so people see it right off the bat. And a lot of people will comment on the post and be like, you're a fucking dick, or, go fuck yourself, you know? And I laugh because then everyone, sees how dumb they are and they just let them have it. So, I just, but I'm not going to be petty and block the comments or delete the comments like on the mining stock videos. Now, listen, I know my subscribers don't like those mining stocks. I know they hate them. Listen, I don't like them, you know, but it's a way that helps out with the channel. It helps,
And that's the only
you
area that
know,
you and I are different in. And I'm not, you already know I'm not doing the mining. I turned them down. I'm not doing it.
yeah,
But it doesn't fit what I want to do with the channel. But
no,
because you do it, it doesn't change how I look at you. It doesn't change my perspective. You're doing something that contributes to your overall. If that's
listen,
something that works for you, God bless you.
yeah,
Do it.
I do it because, listen, and I'm not doing YouTube for the money. I mean, if I was doing this for the money, I'd be broke.
Oh, we'd be broke.
We'd be broke. But listen, they're offering me good money to do it. I'm like, listen, it's about time I can make a little something on here. And I take
Yeah.
that money and I put it into the stack. I put it into the channel. I put it into gauze when I do gauze, whatever. That's how I look at it. And listen, I know people don't like the mining stocks, and I'm not like Yankee or Speg throwing it down people's throat. Oh, buy this. You should buy this now. I tell people, listen, do your
Do you
homework.
know how much hate they catch when those stocks don't pan out?
That's why they blocked it. That's why they blocked the comments a lot of times.
Yep.
I
They are.
don't.
I've gone through their mining videos like Yankee and Dragons. Dude, when some of these stocks that they pushed went like tits up, people were pissed. I was like, well, why would you listen to somebody on YouTube on what stock to buy in the first place? Go do your due
Yeah,
diligence. There is
exactly.
not a single freaking stock that I buy that I
Yeah,
haven't looked at everything from top to bottom.
yeah,
I don't hit the submit my bid. I don't submit my bid until I've researched that company and looked at the history and looked at the future of it.
exactly. Like, are you gonna go buy a used car without looking at the
No
Carfax?
kidding. Why? I mean, that's what mining stocks are. They're a
Yeah,
crapshoot.
that's what I'm saying. You got to look up. You got to do your own homework, and that's what I tell people in the mining stock videos. There's nothing better than holding physical metals. That's the way you want to do it. But if
But
you want to be
here's
diversified,
another option. And here's another option if that's the route you choose.
yeah,
It didn't fit what the direction that I wanted to take the channel. But
no,
I don't
no.
fault anybody that does them. I don't care.
To each their
It
own.
doesn't bother me. When that company contacted me, I thought about it. It was, and I'm like, you know what? I've seen the reaction these videos get, and I don't think it's not for me.
Yeah, I mean exactly. To each their own. But I know this is how you do it. Like, luckily, the the reactions I've done on these videos are not bad. Obviously they don't get the best of views, and I know that. I know that. I knew that was going to be like that from the start. But they're not bad. I have great subscribers. I have great supporters. I have great friends in this community, and I appreciate my fan base, and they're loyal, and I'm loyal to them, but I never tell people to go buy it. I tell them that physical is the best way, but I say if you want to be diversified and you want to look into this company, feel free. Feel free to look into the company, do your research, do your homework, and if you think it's for you and you want to invest $100 or $10 or $5 or 10,000, it's up to you. But never have I ever forced it on anyone or told people to go ahead and do it. I mean, and to be honest, when I do these videos, I don't do much talking. I find an interview from the CEO, and I put up the presentation so people can get a look at it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these mining stock guys, these channels, they'll do most of the talking and talk it up so much. Now, I don't want to do it that way. Listen, why would I explain it? I don't know much about this. I'm going to put the CEO up there in a presentation, and you guys can look and feel out yourself. The only talking I do in those videos is, hey, this is the company, this is the CEO, do your due diligence, do your homework. If you want to invest, go right for it. But listen, I look at it this way. If I tell you to jump off the bridge, and there's most likely you're not going to survive that fall, or you're going to be crippled, or maybe you'll get lucky and survive. But are you going to go do it? If I tell you to go take your gun and put it up to your head, are you going to go do it? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Again, these are things that people got to make their own decision. I mean, if you're going to listen to me and telling you to go do something stupid, I mean, you're
Yeah,
not
like
that
West
smart.
Texas says First Majestic, you can at least get physical silver from. It's true, but the problem is the owner of the company is a friggin' Nimrod. Keith Newmeyer is I don't care what anybody says, you're not going to change my mind. Keith Newmeyer is a Nimrod. When he bought that gold mine from the other guy that bought it from off of bankruptcy, that was a doomed experiment. Doomed. It cost him millions. They were operating at a loss. For every ounce of gold they mined, it was costing them 1,000 more. They were losing money from that mine right from the start. That mine had changed hands like 6 or 7 times when he bought it.
And that's funny how you mention that because listen, that latest mining stock video I did, West Red Lake Mines. If you look at the history on that mining area or that mining company or whatever, it was a new company that bought out that mine. That mine previous, the company previous that owned that mine went bankrupt,
Mm-hmm.
and clearly the West Red Lake Mines numbers aren't doing that good. They're expecting it to jump up and stuff, but
Yeah, I hear that about every stock.
dude, to be honest, I wouldn't invest in that company. You
I don't
know,
invest in any mining companies. None. Not one.
yeah, I don't invest in really any. I have a few with um, what do you call them? Gold Royalty. But they're the biggest mining company, pretty biggest junior mining company. They've been around enough. I've seen, but it's small, dude. It's like I think I got like $50. Like
Yeah.
it's nothing to talk about. I just did it so I can say, hey, I got some in it.
I'll be honest with you. I would buy silver ETFs before I ever bought a mining stock. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm a physical guy, man, and most of the community is physical all the way. I mean, if you don't hold it, you don't own it.
Yeah, I thought about buying some ETFs just for the hell of it.
Yeah. I mean, it
Not,
doesn't
not a
hurt to
bunch.
buy
Not a
any.
bunch. I mean, you can turn if you buy enough of them. You can turn a little bit of a.
From crypto to stocks to IRAs to CDs to NFTs to whatever.
My crypto is just sitting in the cold storage, and I haven't even touched it. I'm not.
That's what I'm saying.
The
It's
crypto I'm involved with, it's going to take another 10 years before anything happens.
yeah, but it's good to be diversified and everything. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
it doesn't hurt if you got an extra $50 and you're not going to miss it if you lose it, and you're kind of skeptical about a company, and you're not sure if it'll do well or if it's going to take a shit or do good, but you don't care if you're going to lose $50 or $100 or $500, and you got the money to throw away, go for it. I mean, that 500 can make you a millionaire, or it could make you lose 500, but you ain't going to miss it. I mean, I'm always investing and stuff and putting money in places, to be
I'll tell you
diversified.
what, I nailed AMC back in the day. I made some good money on AMC.
Oh yeah.
That thing. I kept hearing whispers about it, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just buy up a bunch of shares. I think the shares were like $12 or something, and they should, by the time it was all said and done, they shot up in the 70s. And
I wish I invested in Dollar General.
I made some damn good money off AMC.
I wish I invested in Dollar General. About 10 years ago, I should have invested in them.
Dollar
Because
General, what's the other one? Dollar General, what's the other?
Family
Family Dollar.
Dollar
It's the
Tree.
same freaking crappy merchandise.
Oh, they're all shit.
They're
What
all
I
the
call
same. It's just a different name.
Dollar General is a miniature Kmart. And remember Kmart back in the day? Dollar
Mhm.
General is a miniature Kmart. It's not really a dollar store because they sell all name brand stuff. Dollar Tree is a dollar store. Well, a $1.25 store. Family Dollar is kind of like a Dollar General, but they're more cheaper shit. Dollar just like a miniature Walmart, miniature Kmart. I mean, they even have a produce section now. But it's just I don't mind it. I know if I need to go grab something quick, it's Dollar General down the road. I can go grab coffee or eggs or something. It's a good store just to run down to if you need something quick. But I have to say, man, everywhere in this country I went to, every small freaking town in America's got a Dollar General, and that started recently in the last 10 years. And if I would have known they would have build these Dollar Generals like they are, I would have invested in them because they're obviously doing very well. When companies like Walmart are closing down stores across the country, Amazon's closing down warehouses across the country, but Dollar General is like the only company that's just building everywhere you see. You see a new building out in the middle of nowhere getting built. You know damn well that's a Dollar General. I was talking to myself, wasn't I? Oh shit.
Well, I am down to 4%, my friend.
Yeah, let's call it a night. It's 12:30, and
It was a
I
good
need to
talk.
go
You
to
had a
bed.
great crowd. You had a good day. You had a good birthday. Happy birthday.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And, thanks for joining this stream, man. I was gonna do a big thing, but I forgot with everything, and thanks for filling in. Because without you, would have been just me talking.
Hey, man, you're my little bro. What else
That's
can I do?
it, brother. That's it. All
But
right, man.
yeah, good seeing everybody. Good seeing you guys as always out in the chat. You got a great crowd.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. I appreciate all of you, and thanks for celebrating the birthday with me. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I should be uploading the video. I got a
I'm
little
not doing. I'm
package
not
coming
doing.
tomorrow.
I'm not doing shit tomorrow. I may drop one on Sunday, but I'm not
Well,
doing
I'm
anything
definitely
tomorrow.
dropping one on Sunday, but I missed my Thursday, so I'm probably
Well,
gonna film tomorrow.
Thursday, the poor video that I launched on Thursday, I mean, it did exactly what I thought it would do, and poor videos just don't do that well. But here's the thing: I had a blast filming it and putting it together and putting it up, so I enjoyed it, and
Yeah, and
it
that
got more
poor
hits than I
video,
thought it would.
yeah, that poor video did pretty damn well, I thought.
Yeah, it did okay for a poor video.
Yeah, report video, I think that did pretty damn well. That's
Yep.
awesome. But yeah, I'm
Well, good
doing a
night,
video
Craig.
tomorrow
Take care.
because
Everybody in the chat, take care. Good night. Stay safe, and we will catch you in the next one, whenever that is.
yeah, we got to do that Wednesday.
We got
Wednesday
Wednesday.
night.
We got a Wednesday coming up. We are going live on Wednesday. That's right, because we're behind. We didn't do one this week, but we
We've been
will do
slacking.
we'll do a live on Wednesday at my channel. I guess. Yeah, that's my channel. So look for that. We'll talk some metals.
Yep. All right, guys.
All right, guys. Take care. Stay safe.
Good night. Thank you, everybody.
Peace.